last couple of days. And when you going back?
Forgive me for not dropping by as much as we would both like. But since a hurricane, I have been swamped with my volunteer duties as head of the Save the Dog campaign, or as I like to call it, STD. So how's your little foster puppy working out?
Oh, great. He's so cute. Jake's been playing with him all morning, and Van's so jealous that he put bacon fat behind his ear.
That's how I got Brock. Listen, we got a problem.
What's up?
The dog's family saw the picture I put online, and after the hurricane, they were bused here to Houston, so they're gonna be here in about 10 minutes.
Oh, well, I knew it was gonna happen. Just happened sooner than we expected. We better go break the news to Jake. This isn't gonna be easy.
I think I'm gonna call him Jake Jr. I love him so much, I want him to be my son.
Oh, Lord. Reba, this is the most painful part of STD.
Hey, Jake, we have some great news about the dog. You know how we talked about the best situation would be if his family found him and could come get him? Mm-hmm. Well, they have, and they're coming by to pick him up today. You gonna be okay with this?
Mom, it's not about me. Jake Jr.'s gonna be with his family. That's why we did this.
My sweet, sweet little man. You understand charity. Even though it's hard on us, we always help those in need. You get that? Which reflects well on me.
It's them.
Okay, now remember, these people have had a tough time. Let's make sure that we stay upbeat and positive and not dwell on everything that they've been through. Van?
Hi, I'm Ruby Jackson, and this is my grandson, Darnell.
Oh, you poor, miserable wretches. You were almost swallowed up by the sea.
Barbara Jean, let them go. They suffered enough. Hi, I'm Reba Hart.
Hi, Reba.
Grandma, it's Jambalaya.
This is so kind of you, Reba.
Well, Ruby, actually, the kindness was mine. Hi, I'm Barbara Jean Hart, and I'm the face of STD.
Well, thank you all for taking care of our dog.
Well, we were very happy to, and we're very glad that Jambalaya gets to go home with his family.
Well, unfortunately, he's not. We're staying down at the shelter, and they don't take pets. But a kennel has volunteered to take him.
A kennel? You mean doggy jail?
No, a shelter like the one that we're living in, except for dogs. But thank you for pointing out the similarities to jail. Come on, baby. We got to get back to the shelter now.
Okay, you know what? We have plenty of room. Why don't y'all just stay here with us, all of you?
Oh, no, Reba, that's asking too much.
No, it's not. Really. Really, we can make room. Stay with us. Don't go back down there to that shelter.
Yeah, it's horrible and cold and full of homeless people.
Does she live here?
No.
Then we'll stay.
That stupid copy machine breaks down every other day, and so I took the flyer and I put it in the fax machine, but then the fax machine jammed, so we don't have any flyers for our open house tomorrow.
You think you had it rough? I had to listen to you all the way home.
I'm sorry, Van. I'm just in a terrible mood. I really shouldn't be around people today.
Mrs. H, do you see him too?
My roots are planted in the past, though my life is changing fast. Who I am is who I wanna be. A single mom who works too hard, who loves her kids and never stops, with gentle hands and the heart of a fighter. I'm a survivor.
Hey, black people.
Oh, Ruby girl, you so crazy.
Hey, Barbara Jean.
What is going on here?
A miracle. Grandma Ruby finally got in touch with her family, and she was going to meet him at the shelter, but I said, that's silly. There's tons more room at Reba's house.
Barbara Jean, did you do something with your hair?
Yeah. Do you like it? Felicia did it. I won't have to wash my hair for a month.
Something smells great, and I'm hungry. What an awesome convergence of circumstances.
I feel you, V. There's food in the kitchen, know what I'm saying?
No, I don't.
Well, I do. Word.
Barbara Jean, I don't have enough room here for all these people.
First off, they're called my peeps. And they're only here for dinner, so chill, girlfriend. I love that.
Barbara Jean, you're the whitest person in Texas. Stop talking like that.
Oh, no, she didn't.
Well, everybody make yourself at home. Hey, Brock.
Hey, Reba.
Aren't you gonna ask me why I have 20 black people in my living room?
I noticed you had a lot of people. I didn't notice the color of their skin.
There he is. There's my little piece of white chocolate.
Oh, good, Barbara Jean, you did your hair. And just in time for our formal dinner at the club.
That's right. I gotta get my bling bling. Keep it trill, y'all. Lights.
Oh, I totally know what you guys must be going through. I have been through some really hard stuff myself. First, I got pregnant in high school. And on top of that, I got myself a drinking problem. You know, but I guess every family has problems like that.
Okay, girls, take that into the other room and make sure that everyone has enough to eat. And keep away from her.
This is so good. What is it?
Jambalaya?
Oh! What? Why would you do that? I love that dog.
Van, the dog's outside in the yard.
Then what dog is this?
We went to the store and bought some food and cooked it.
Oh. Well, it's really good.
So you guys wear the same clothes for 2 weeks?
Yep.
That's awesome. The most I've ever gone is 3 days. That's when I was at my dad's.
You know, Reba, I want to thank you for everything, but we're all going back to the shelter tonight, including Darnell and I.
Oh, are you sure you're gonna be okay?
Oh, yeah. Now that my family's back together, we're going to be fine.
Mom, can't they stay?
Well, honey, it'll be a little crowded if everybody stays.
But remember what you said about charity? Even though it's hard on us, we always help those in need.
Did I say that?
Yeah, yesterday.
Yeah, I did say that. Can't remember to change shirts for 3 days, but you remembered that.
So, can they all stay? Yeah, Grandma, can we?
You know, Jake, honey, your mama's already done enough, and who knows how long this might go on.
That doesn't matter. She does this all the time. She took me in, and I've been here for 4 years.
So, Mom, can they stay? Please, please, please. Please.
Please, with jambalaya on top.
Well, what am I gonna say? No? Can I say no? Of course they can.
Yeah, this is gonna be great.
Hey, wouldn't it be fun if your family stayed here for 4 years?
Ooh, something smells good.
Hey, no cutting.
What are you talking about?
The line for breakfast farms are right here.
Honey, I don't have time to wait in line.
Oh, yeah, Whitey jumps to the front.
Get over here.
Save my spot.
Look, I'm sorry, but I've been late for work because I couldn't get in the bathroom because there was such a line. And then when I did get in, all the towels were wet, so I couldn't take a shower.
Oh, that's a very sad story. If it only had a dramatic ending like, and then I was pulled off the roof from my submerged home by a helicopter.
I'm not trying to be difficult. It's just that I've been late for work for the last 3 mornings.
That is a very sad story, Mrs. H. If it only had a dramatic ending like the next thing I knew, I was floating down Main Street in a laundry basket.
Knock it off, Van.
Oh, there you are, Reba. I brought you a plate. We were running out of sausage. I wanted you to have some.
Oh, man, it's my favorite.
Darnell.
Sorry. You can have it, Mrs. Hart. We're very grateful.
Yeah, well, thanks, Ruby, but I'll just get a bagel on the way to work. Thanks.
Dibs!
Hey!
Shut up, Darnell.
Ruby, this is so delicious. You can practically taste the South and the Cajun influence. What do you call them?
Egos.
That is so cute. Here we call them waffles.
Okay, guys, if you need me, I'll be at the office. I really got to get going.
Oh, okay. You want me to call you a cab, or are you gonna take the bus?
I was thinking about taking my car, but is there a line for it, too?
Yeah, kinda. See, I lent it to Cassandra and Felicia. They have to go downtown and file a claim with the government, pick up a temporary cell phone, and then on the way back, I'm treating them to hair extensions. Mom, it's very important for their self-esteem.
Hey, you should get some.
Shut up, Van. I have gorgeous hair.
Okay, the bus it is. I'm gonna be late for work again.
Oh, it's a very sad story. If it only had a dramatic
Van! I will pull your tongue out.
Oh. Dog food is so gross.
I know. It's like you cooked it.
Man, I need an aspirin. I don't know what it is, but I've got a horrible headache.
Get back! Get down! Look, there's a cat! Barbara Jean, how come I've got a whole house full of people and all you've got is just a yard full of dogs?
Well, I invited Ruby and her family to stay with me, but they all said no. All at once.
You know, Cheyenne, maybe you, me, and the baby should stay over here for a little while.
What are you talking about?
Oh, you know, 'cause living at your house is hell.
It is not.
It is too, Mom. There's way too many people. I can never get to the bathroom. I can never watch what I want on TV, and Van's been snoring.
You think this has been easy on me? They're killing me at Domino's.
Well, I, for one, am disappointed. I think you two should take a page from your mother's book and learn how to be a good person.
I want them gone.
What?
I can't help it. I've got people everywhere in my house, and they're all thanking me. And the whole time I'm thinking to myself, you're welcome. Now get out.
I see. Is it because we're black?
Barbara Jean, you're white. You're the whitest person in Holland. You know, this charity thing is so much harder when you have to live it. I mean, why can't I just write a check and go on about my business?
'Cause you don't have any money, Mom.
Just kick them out of the house, Mrs. H.
I can't do that, not after everything they've been through.
Well, then do something that'll make them want to leave. Play that country music you like so much.
So you want me to kick those poor people out of my house because we're not comfortable? People, are we all really that shallow?
Some of us, yes.
Well, I can't do it. Even though it's gonna make us miserable, we're gonna help those people and we're gonna be happy doing it!
I agree with Reba.
Oh, stick a sock in it, Snoop Dogg.
Don't be a hater, Rebizzle.
Hey, Ruby.
Oh, hey, Reba.
Wow, you forget how big this place is until you see it empty.
I know. Send everybody down to the park so the kids can play.
Oh, that's a nice idea.
Nice ain't got nothing to do with it. They were driving me nuts. You know, Reba, ever since that hurricane, all I've heard is noise. Every day, all day, just noise. Do you know what that's like?
Have you met Barbara Jean?
Yeah, that whole new wife hanging around all the time situation. Is that a white thing or are you just crazy?
I guess I'm just crazy.
Well, if you wasn't, you wouldn't have 18 strangers moving in on you. So I thank God that all your screws aren't tight, Reba.
Hey, Ruby, we need to talk.
This is what you miss.
What?
This picture of your family. Now, it might sound crazy, but it's not the house or the furniture, all that big stuff that you miss. It's the pictures. That little old jewelry box that Donnell made me out of tongue depressors. Well, that and my lazy boy recliner.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Jake once made me a pot holder made out of paper towels.
Bet you saved it.
No, it burst into flames.
What you want to talk to me about, Reba?
Nothing, I'm fine.
Reba, you got 18 people living in your house and there's nothing you need to talk to me about?
Okay, I'm not fine. I'm losing my mind. I should be happy doing this. I should have joy in my heart, but I'm miserable.
Of course you are. Girl, if Uncle Tyrone leaves one more wet towel in a ball on the floor, I'm gonna slap the black off of myself.
So it's okay that this isn't easy?
Reba. Honey, we had a disaster.
Yeah.
Tends not to be easy. But I got something I need to tell you.
What?
And that's why I sent everybody down to the park. We're leaving.
No, it's not that tough on us. You gotta stay.
Reba, my son called. He's coming tonight. And we're going back to New Orleans. He's gonna work for that Habitat for Humanity. We're gonna rebuild our city.
So you're going back? It's gonna be hard.
Well, it ain't no harder than living with a crazy white family.
You know, the problem with all this is there's no instruction manual.
Really?
No.
Come here, Reba. Read your Bible right there.
I was hungry and you gave me something to eat. I was thirsty and you gave me something to drink. I was a stranger.
And you invited me in.
Oh, Ruby, I'm gonna miss you. I really am.
I'm gonna miss you too, Reba. Blonde with the braids, not so much.
Here. Here. Here's a picture of your crazy white family to go in your new home.
Well, I'm guessing that your neighbors have noticed the 18 black people down at the park.
Hey, Reba.
Barbara Jean, it's been 3 weeks. When are you gonna get rid of those silly cornrows?
Reba, I like how this looks. I like what it says about me. And plus, I can't. I've tried and tried. I think they're stuck. I think I'm gonna have to shave my head.
All right. Go out to the garage and get my weed whacker.
Don't!
Hey, Mom, we got a letter from Ruby.
Oh, read it. Dear Reba, we're back in New Orleans and working with Habitat for Humanity. It's so beautiful seeing hundreds of strangers pitching in and building house after house. You should come down here. It's something to see. Plus, we miss you.
Reba, we should go down there. I would really love to help out.
Oh, Barbara Jean, I don't think that's a good idea.
Well, why not?
I'm gonna say this as delicately as I can. She didn't like you.
But if you do come down, please be sure to bring Barbara Jean with you.
See?
I've told all these people about her and no one believes me.
Here's your breakfast, Van. Enjoy.
Cold, dry cereal. Thanks for going the extra mile.
Halloween is in 3 days, and I still don't know what Elizabeth's gonna be.
What about her idea?
She is not gonna be Winnie the Poop. Van, what are you doing?
I'm trying to get to the prize. If I use my hands, it'll be unsanitary.
Is the prize 5 cavities and a gut?
That's why I married you, that sense of humor. Oh, wait, no. It was the baby. Hey, look at this. A mouse. How terrifying.
Woohoo! Got you, Van! You've been Reba'd!
Gee, the whole mouse in the cereal bit, Mom. What's that, like 4 years in a row?
4 terrifying years in a row. Here, Cheyenne, take this from me, would you please? Hurry, quick, quick. Oh.
How unfortunate. You seem to have pulled your mom's arms out of her sockets.
Hey, my Halloween pranks are funny.
What, like putting eyeballs in the ice cube trays?
Or answering the door and saying, welcome.
Or putting dry ice in the toilet?
That's not funny. That just burns.
Just getting warmed up. I'm saving all my funny stuff for this Halloween.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry I'm gonna miss that. But my support group is throwing us a sober party.
Sober Halloween? What are you gonna go dress as? A nap?
Shut up, Van, I'm a goblin.
Oh.
And it's important that I go.
Yeah, but why can I go?
Because you're not an alcoholic yet.
You know, I just think you're spending an awful lot of time with your group, especially that Frank guy. I don't like the way he looks at you.
Okay, Van, Frank is my sponsor, and he is really important to me.
Well, thank God we have Frank to get you through it.
Yeah, I know I do.
Yeah, I know you do.
I know I do.
I know you know I do, because I just told you.
All right, you two knock it off. Van, if you don't have anything to do on Halloween, you can spend it here with me. Rawr!
Yeah, right. Dressed as what, a yawn? Nice yarmulke.
Or you can wear what you have on and go as a jackass.
Mom, you do not want Van at your party. He's been acting really weird lately. He's always bugging me about spending time with Frank. I mean, it's like he doesn't trust me or something.
Oh, Cheyenne, you know Van. He's just jealous.
I know, but I can't help it if Frank is young and hot.
Well, it would help a lot if you quit saying stuff like that. Aha! Here's someone who'll come to my super-duper scary party. You gonna be there for me, right, Jake?
Yeah, right. Dressed as what? A Oklahoma?
No, I was thinking Eddie Munster.
Mom, I'm not a kid anymore. Me and my friends want to go over to Nick's and make omelets.
Omelets?
Yeah. Oh, and you need to buy me 3 dozen eggs.
I don't think so. Look, scaring each other is a family tradition. You're staying here with me.
It's not fair. I never get to do anything fun. Thanks for ruining my life.
You're welcome.
My roots are planted in the past, though my life is changing fast. Who I am is who I wanna be. A single mom who works too hard, who loves her kids and never stops, with gentle hands and the heart of a fighter. I'm a survivor.
Why do we have to defrost Reba's dinner? I haven't even had my dinner.
Because she called and said she was working late and needed our help. Besides, since she's not here, I can snoop through her junk drawer. That's how our rubber band ball got so big.
Did she say what she's having for dinner?
Chicken. Oh my gosh, Brock, are you blind? Mint chocolate chip, get me a spoon.
Oh, come on. That's a very scary head. You have no idea how much nail polish I wasted on that neck.
You want to know what's scary? These popsicles were in here when we got divorced.
Just bring me the severed head, or as I like to call him, Brock Jr.
Face it, Reba, Halloween is a thing of the past.
I can't give up. Every year the kids get older, they get harder to scare. I gotta try something new.
Well, you could try not scaring them.
Brock, this is a family tradition. My mama scared me, her mama scared her, my great-grandmama scared the whole village. Till they burned her at the stake.
Oh, just let it go, Reba. Come on, the kids are older now.
I can't let this end with me. If I don't get Jake into it this year, the family tradition could die. Come on, guys, help me out. You're the scariest people I know.
I want nothing to do with it. Halloween is evil. Now, I know you're gonna make fun of me, but I know what I know. And there is no trick-or-treating in the Bible.
Halloween isn't about evil, it's about fun.
Oh, no, she hands out religious pamphlets instead of Halloween candy. That's why our house has been egged the last 5 years.
2 of those years could have been me.
Well, I would rather have an eggy door and a clean soul than the other way around.
Are you saying I should just let Halloween go?
You know who didn't let it go?
No.
The Druids. And where are they now?
Florida?
Hell. Now, come on, Brock. Let's go put the manger on the lawn for Halloween night.
Man, I'm gonna be cleaning egg off the baby Jesus till Thanksgiving.
Oh, hey, everybody. We're just out here.
Hey, Cheyenne, who's this?
Frank, he's
Sponsor.
yeah.
I'm Brock, Cheyenne's dad.
Hey.
Hi, Frank. I'm Barbara Jean, Cheyenne's dad's second wife.
Hi, Frank. I'm Cheyenne's mom. Come on in.
No, yeah.
Well, it's nice to meet you. Cheyenne didn't tell me she had such a young-looking mom.
Well, we don't usually talk about it around here, but you can if you like. Come on. Van, company!
You got quite a daughter here. She's a delight to have in group. I really can't get enough of her.
Isn't he great?
Oh, stop.
I'm so glad I got a drinking problem.
Van!
Oh, it's Frank. Hey, Frank. What's up, Frank?
Nothing, Van. How you doing, Van?
Real good, Frank. Real good.
Van, be nice.
Oh, what? I'm always nice. Of course I will. Excuse me, Frank, while I greet my wife.
Van!
Listen, Van, I hope you don't feel weird about me taking Cheyenne to the party.
Well, I would feel better if you were gay or ugly. Are you gay?
And my girlfriend didn't like these parties either.
Oh, you have a girlfriend?
No, not anymore. We broke up after I got sober. We didn't have anything in common. I guess we just grew apart.
Aw, you're so sensitive.
Are you sure you're not gay?
Hey, it was nice meeting everyone.
Oh,
You too.
See you, Cheyenne.
bye. Bye, Frank. Yeah. Don't ever do that to me again.
Okay.
Van, is there something you want to talk to us about?
No, no. Why would I want to talk about my wife having an affair? Why is it frozen?
Van, you don't really think Cheyenne's having an affair?
Oh, no way.
Van, Cheyenne is not having an affair.
Did you see the way she acted with him?
Frank, he's so sweet. He's so sensitive.
Makes me sick.
Van, look, I realize that Frank is flirty and good looking, but I trust Cheyenne.
Oh, well, look where that trust got you, Grandma.
Don't you think I would know if someone was cheating in my house? Is it possible that you're overreacting?
Chill out, man. It's not like they're spending a ton of time together.
They've spent every day this week together.
Yeah, but she comes home right after the meetings, doesn't she?
Her meetings end at 8. She didn't get home till 11:30.
Yo, boy.
Van, don't listen to them. I can assure you that Cheyenne would not let anything jeopardize what she has here at home.
But Mrs. H, I have a strong feeling about this.
Well, Van, if it's proof that you want, you should hire a private detective. That's what I did when Brock and I were separated.
What?
Oh, yeah. He followed you to work, to the golf course, to that tanning salon you say you don't go to.
Tell you what, though. If there is something going on between them, I'm gonna kill Frank.
She's totally cheating.
Plain as day.
What?
Oh, Reba, this has all the hallmarks of an affair.
Yeah, it happens all the time when someone gets sober. They're hanging around with someone they can trust. She's vulnerable. And did you see that guy?
Oh, I don't know. I trust her. She's a good girl.
I was a good girl.
Crap. I trust Cheyenne. It does look a little suspicious. What do you think?
All right, Mom. Van's walking me to Nick's house.
Yeah, we just have to stop by the store first.
Okay, Van, I don't want you buying him any eggs.
Don't worry, Mrs. H. Apparently some of the boys sprouted some chin hair and they need 12 cans of shaving cream.
Just take him to Nick's.
Hey, Barbara Jean. Hey, Mr. H. Happy Halloween.
Oh, no, it is not.
Where's Henry? Didn't you bring him to trick or treat?
Oh, no, we dropped him off at the church party. Everyone goes dressed as a figure from the Bible. Henry went as Charlton Heston. Hey, I should have brought him over here so he could part your red hair.
So, has Cheyenne left for her party yet? Because I'm thinking maybe we shouldn't let her go.
I don't know. It seems a little extreme. I mean, basically, it's a 12-step meeting in costumes. How much trouble could she get in?
I'm off to my party.
Is that why you want to hire a cleaning lady, Brock?
Cheyenne, don't you think this costume is a little bit, little?
I'm a French maid. It's historically accurate.
Yeah, but I thought you were gonna go as a goblin.
Oh, yeah, but then I realized goblins are ugly. I could never pull that off.
Honey, I'm just saying I don't think it's appropriate for you to go to a party dressed like that without your husband.
Well, it's too late because Frank is going as Lord of the Manor. It's like he's my boss. Oh, that's Frank now. Coming, monsieur. Oh, I love Halloween. Don't wait up for me.
Something tells me the Lord of the Manor's getting his pillows fluffed tonight.
Stop it. I told you she's a good girl.
I was a good girl.
Crap.
Hey. Look, Cheyenne dropped this.
What is it?
Pruitt Hotel and Suites.
Pruitt, isn't that pretty sleazy?
Oh, no. What if they got a room? I'll call Joe, the night manager. Hi, Scout.
Look at this. Room 601, can't wait, Frank.
Okay, that's it. I'm gonna put a stop to this right now.
Mom! What? Something really bad just happened.
What happened? What?
It's Van. Van and that guy.
What about him?
He saw them together. Van free.
Oh, Lord.
I gotta go stop him.
Oh, my gosh.
Whoa!
Van!
You gotta hide me.
What in the world?
Frank and I got in a fight. It was bad. I didn't mean to hurt him.
Oh, no.
Where's Cheyenne?
I left her there. She made her choice.
Left her where?
I don't remember. All I saw was red.
Okay, everybody, just calm down.
I gotta get out of here, Mr. H. You still know those guys in Mexico?
Who do you know in Mexico?
Ask your private detective.
Van, you're not going anywhere. Where is my daughter? Is you did anything to her?
Mom.
Oh, Cheyenne. Okay,
Are
all
you
right.
okay? Oh, Mom, it was awful. I couldn't see anything. There was blood everywhere.
Van, what did you do with Frank?
He's in a place where he can't destroy any more families.
Van, what did you do to him? The cops are on their way. I heard the sirens.
Police?
Okay, all right, you know what? I know how to buy us some time, all right? I'm gonna tamper with the crime scene, and I'll get rid of Van's DNA. Now, don't worry. I watch all of the CSIs.
Barbara Jean, don't...
Tell me where you hid him. If you do not tell me where Frank is, I'm gonna tell the cops where you're hiding.
You wanna know where he is?
Yeah.
Fine, I put him in the trunk.
You monster!
Man, he could suffocate in there.
I wouldn't worry about that now.
What have you done? Oh, I gotta go help him.
Go ahead, yeah.
He got out! Help me! Help me!
Oh! Oh! He's dying! Somebody do something! Come on! What are you doing?
Happy Halloween, Mom. You've been Jake.
You know, you could have caught me.
Mom?
Reba?
How dare you?
Uh-oh, here comes the real blood.
You made me feel ridiculous for doing all my Halloween pranks so you could pull this off? And all of you were in it! Lying, scheming, plotting behind my back.
Okay, Reba, just calm down. Come on, it's only a joke.
Just a joke? Are you kidding? I almost had a heart attack! And it was awesome! It was great. You got me, and you got me good, man. This is the greatest present a mama could ever get. And I pass the torch on to you. And you were phenomenal. Shine, where'd you find this guy?
Oh, he's an actor. I met him at my meeting. The place is full of them.
It was an honor sharing my craft with two lovely ladies such as yourselves. I'm reminded of a sonnet by the Bard of Avon.
Well, I'm reminded of the door. And check's in the mail, pretty boy. That guy's definitely gay.
I can't believe you guys pulled it off. Everybody did such a good job. Except Barbara Jean, she was a little over the top.
Yeah, well, Barbara Jean.
Oh, boy.
You didn't tell her?
Oh, come on. Everyone knows she can't keep a secret.
You mean to tell me that Barbara Jean is out there somewhere searching for a fake crime scene?
Yeah.
This Halloween just gets better and better. Hey, Brock, you know, I got the house and the divorce so I could say things like this. Get out.
Why don't you ask Mrs. H to talk to Barbara Jean? She doesn't mind saying mean things to her.
I'm in.
You don't even know what he's talking about.
It doesn't matter. If it's about Barbara Jean and it's mean, I'm in.
Mr. H wants Barbara Jean to drop a few pounds.
Van, you do not talk about Barbara Jean's weight behind her back like that.
You just made a joke about it the other day.
Van, you do not rat me out.
Wait just a second. Let me get this straight. You want me to talk to Barbara Jean about losing some weight?
Yeah, would you?
Sure.
Really?
No!
Well, why not?
Because women don't tell other women that they need to lose weight.
Oh, I'll tell her.
What?
Well, I have to talk to Barbara Jean. As an addict, it's my responsibility to help others. And in my self-help group, we got all kinds of addicts. We got shopping addicts, gambling addicts, sex addicts.
Sex addicts? Well, I'm guessing they're not married. It's good they're getting help, though.
Anyway, I think that Barbara Jean may be eating more because of all the crazy stuff you put her through in the past year.
Once again, everyone else's problems are my fault.
See, you say it, but it doesn't sound like you believe it.
Come on, Dad, let's go. Remember, first names only.
Okay, but you'll be gentle, right?
Totally. I know how to talk in a way that's caring and sensitive to people of girth. Barbara Jean, you're an addict.
What?
You're addicted to food. You use it to dull the feelings of emptiness in your life and the disappointment in your relationships.
Really? Mm-hmm. Do I smell schnapps?
Okay, I'm just trying to help.
Oh, I know you are, dear, but perhaps you're looking at me with beer goggles.
Okay, when I called you an addict, I was trying to help. Now you're just saying that to be mean.
Cheyenne, I'm sure she didn't mean
You know,
anything.
I have been in my group long enough to know how to spot an addict. And believe me, they're everywhere. But the first time that you tell someone they got a big problem, it's like, hey, have another shot, booze hound.
I think, honey, maybe you ought to let me handle this.
You know what?
now.
I swear to God, I'm gonna slug someone one day.
What's going on, Brock?
Okay. Look, I'm just gonna say it. I'm gonna be direct, straightforward.
Okay, spit it out.
You gained some weight.
Oh.
Nah, I'm kidding. Hey, we both put on some weight. You want some wine? I do.
Honey, you don't have to get freaked out talking about this. I know I've put on some extra pounds. I just didn't realize that it bothered you.
No, it doesn't bother me. It's just I thought maybe, I don't know, maybe it bothered you.
Well, it doesn't really bother me. I mean, it would start to bother me if it bothered you.
No, Okay, wait, I'm getting confused. Look, honey, I just want you to be happy. And I think you might be happier if you lost a little weight, maybe.
Okay.
So you're not upset?
Why would I be upset?
I don't know.
My roots are planted in the past, though my life is changing fast. Who I am is who I wanna be. A single mom who works too hard, who loves her kids and never stops, with gentle hands and the heart of a fighter. I'm a survivor.
You guys, I just had the most personal experience with Brock that we have ever shared.
Hope the curtains were closed.
So it worked out well. I'm only asking because I played such an important role.
Oh, I know. And I'm sorry about all those jokes about you being a big lush.
Not a problem. I just know it was the carbs talking.
So you're okay with all this?
Oh, why wouldn't I be? You know? Why wouldn't any wife be thrilled to find out that her husband thinks she's a big lord ass? What?
He said that? Oh, if he'd have said that to me, I'd have slapped that fake tan right off his head.
No, he didn't say it exactly like that, but it's exactly what he meant. He told me he wants me to lose weight. And you know what? He's right.
What? What do you mean? You want to lose weight?
Yes, I suppose so. You know, it's just so hard.
Oh, Barbara Jean, key to doing anything like this is doing it with the support of others.
That's right. There are a ton of groups. I didn't mean ton. I meant there are a lot of groups that you can contact. I'll go get the phone book.
Oh, no, Mom, she doesn't need the phone book. She already knows our number. Barbara Jean, Mom and I are gonna do this with you. Meet Jenny and Craig.
Say what?
Oh, come on. You were just saying the other day how you wanted to get rid of a few unwanted pounds.
The only unwanted pounds I want to get rid of is sitting over there in that chair.
Mom, don't you think going on a diet will be easier with the help of others?
Oh, I guess. I always lose my appetite when she's around.
Okay. That's it. We're in.
Oh, Cheyenne, are you serious?
Dead serious. Okay, we are all partners in this. You can call or come over 24/7.
24. Say what again?
Oh my gosh, this is so exciting. Oh, we are gonna be together constantly. You know what? I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna program you into the speed dial on my cell phone. I will talk to you in 2 minutes.
Did you just give her permission to come over to my house 24/7, day or night?
Mom, knowing that support is out there is crucial at a time like this. I should know. That's how I got over my dependence on alcohol.
Alcohol. Good idea.
Hey guys, I just had a great idea. Matching sweatsuits.
Alcohol, and a lot of it.
Woo! Ha! Man, that was a great idea. You know, walking to lunch and getting a salad with no dressing and then walking all the way back, you know. Woo!
You're in pretty good shape, Barbara Jean. You practically ran the whole way home.
Yeah, well, I knew there was real food here.
Okay, let's stay positive now. That salad was very filling.
Oh, no, that salad was huge, yeah? Did everyone else get 3 slices of tangerine in theirs, or was I just lucky, you know? Woo!
Jake, have you had lunch yet?
No.
How many times have I told you that candy can ruin your appetite?
Plenty. My problem is I just won't listen.
Jake, you need to learn to not eat candy without permission. Okay, now hand it over and I will dispose of it properly.
No. He's my son. I'll take care of it.
Hey, you know what? I have willpower. Hand it over, Shorty.
No, give it to me. I know better. I know better.
It's mine! I hate it when you guys die.
No, Jake! You know, when he runs, he kind of looks like a little chicken, you know? Thanks for doing this with me, guys. I could never succeed without your support.
No problem. We'll see you at dinner time.
Oh, Reba, I can't go home. There's too much temptation there. Last night I ate a Cheerio I found in the dryer.
You can do anything with the support of your friends. Now go home, Barbara Jean. You have our support.
You can stay here as long as you need to, Barbara Jean.
Thanks. That looks so good.
It's potpourri.
Is it fresh?
No, here, stop. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. In 5 minutes, if we show some self-control, we will reward ourselves with a snack. Half a plum and 3 cashews. Until then, no food talk.
All right. Yeah.
Hello, ladies. Looking skinny.
So how's the diet going?
Oh, it's going great. We walked 3 miles for a bowl of lettuce.
Oh, we also had a light, healthy lunch.
Really?
Yeah.
Because you smell like garlic.
No, my salad had, Italian dressing.
Plus, there was garlic on the pizza.
Van.
You had pizza? Mushroom and sausage.
Oh, I want some.
What? No, Barbara Jean. I had a salad, I swear.
You had veal piccata with a side of rotini.
You can taste that?
Oh, yeah. What'd you have for dessert?
All right, cut it out. Cut it out. Cut it out. Stop this. Stop this.
Wow.
Brock, Van, go brush your teeth and chew a pack of gum. Here, Van, here. Take this. My stomach's starting to rumble.
Oh, honey, I'm really, really proud of you.
You know, when he walks away like that, he kind of looks like an onion blossom.
Come on, guys. This can't be that hard. What are we? Some desperate, hungry animals? Oh,
Someone took my cupcake. Mom, that's my cupcake.
Well, you're on a diet.
So are you.
So is she.
Fine. I'm just gonna have ice cream.
It's over on the table.
Okay, look, I just want you to know that this is the first time that I've cheated on our diet.
I've cheated every night this week.
Hey guys, I saw the light on and Well, what do we have here?
This is your fault, Cheyenne. I'm on 24/7. Anytime you go.
Well, I came over because I found another Cheerio in the dryer and I needed the support of my diet buddies. But, you know, I guess it's okay if you two cheat because I'm the only one who really needs to lose weight, right?
No, I have to too, and I have. I've lost 1.5 pounds.
And I've lost 2 pounds.
I've gained 4. And I'm not cheating.
Oh, no, Barbara Jean. You've been working out. Maybe it's muscle. That weighs more than fat.
Shut up before I snap you in two.
All right. Let's all calm down here. Cheyenne, why don't you go put the ice cream away?
Okay.
Okay, Barbara Jean, I know this is hard, but in no time at all, those pounds will just start melting off.
Oh, Reba, no, they won't. I have tried dieting before, and I've always exercised. And my doctor, he says I'm healthy as a horse. A Clydesdale.
Well, I think it's time you found yourself a new doctor.
Oh, I'm on an HMO. I'm just built differently. You know, why couldn't I have been built like you two?
Hey, Barbara Jean, a lot of people have issues with their bodies. Why do you think it's been 3 years since I've been to the beach?
Because of your pasty white skin?
No, because I don't feel comfortable in a bathing suit anymore.
Yeah, Barbara Jean. I got this scaly patch of skin right here on my elbow. Well, you can't see it now, but no, it's totally there.
Yeah, I know. We all talk about it. You know what, Reba? I would kill to look like you. And you know what? I never will. And all this dieting is doing is just making me miserable.
Well, then stop it.
Oh, right.
I mean it. Why be miserable when you don't have to?
Because I want to be beautiful.
You are beautiful.
Oh, please, Reba. I look at the television and the movies and the magazines, and none of those women look like me or anyone else that I know. Well, except for maybe you two. You two are the freaks.
Barbara Jean, you think I look like I could be in a magazine?
Seriously, like a twig.
Okay, Cheyenne, come here. Go put some lotion on your scaly patch. Barbara Jean, do you think you're funny, interesting, and genuinely a good person?
Yeah.
Well, I do too.
I'm also kind-hearted and well-meaning.
Okay.
I'm good with animals, both live and balloon. I know how to milk cows and goats, and I also know how to milk a squirrel and a pig.
Okay, all right. Let's just say that you have a lot of good traits, okay? And that should be enough for you to like yourself. It doesn't matter what anybody else thinks.
Well, Reba, it matters what my husband thinks. And my husband doesn't think that I'm attractive. You know, that's why we haven't had any bow chicka bow bow in the bedroom lately.
Okay. I am going to address the issue of yours and Brock's bow chicka bow bow once. Then I'm gonna go take a shower and we'll never speak of it again. I don't think it's Brock who doesn't find you attractive.
What do you mean?
Okay, yeah, you've put on a few pounds. But it's not like you were tiny when you and Brock got together. I mean, let's face it. You've always been a handful of woman. And Brock, God bless him, couldn't keep his hands off of you.
Well, that's true. You know, this one time we're at the state fair.
Stop.
Oh.
The change is, I don't think you find yourself attractive.
So what do I do?
I think you need to go home, put on something that makes you feel sexy, and then let your husband show you how beautiful you are to him.
Thank you, Reba. That couldn't have been easy to say.
A lot easier to say than bow chicka bow bow.
And you know what? I am really grateful. And tomorrow, I'm gonna help you with your problem. I'm gonna get a big umbrella and some SPF 120, and you and me, we're going to the beach.
Oh, Lord, please let it rain.
Hey, how was the beach?
Oh, it was great. You know, nothing like a little tan to make a girl feel pretty. Oh, and when your mom comes in, say nothing.
What are you talking about?
Ow. Ow.
You okay?
Barbara Jean was supposed to wake me up.
Well, I was doing a sand sculpture of you, and it's easier to do if you don't move.
Ow, ow, ow. Well, thanks to you, I look ridiculous.
Oh, no, you don't.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, look, you're my little Reba raccoon.
Okay, that is bad.
Cheyenne, get your mom some of your scaly patch lotion.
Oh, ow.
Okay, Mrs. H, are you ready for a healthy breakfast? I got egg whites, plain wheat toast, an assortment of fruit. You're gonna love this. This is really good to lower your cholesterol. And it's all... Action! You like donuts? Donuts are good.
Mom, I can't go to school. I'm sick.
Oh, honey. Wow. 120. Yeah, that is high.
Wow, that sounds serious. You know, we better double check. Okay, Jake. Bend over.
Hey, guys. Cheyenne still here? Yeah. You didn't tell her about the internship, did you?
No, I was waiting on you and Barbara Jean. Where's Barbara Jean? Oh, don't tell me. The circus came and recaptured her.
No, she's getting ready for jury duty.
Oh, man, it's too bad Barbara Jean is gonna miss the look on Cheyenne's face when you ask her to intern at your office. I think it's gonna be like this. Or this, or this. Or a combination of the two, and Miss USA wins, like, the award, and she's all happy, and then sad.
Oh, y'all here Cheyenne.
Hi, sweetie.
Hi, hottie.
What's going on?
Tell her, Brock.
Well, we all know how important an internship is for dental school, so here's the thing. How would you like to intern at my office?
Honey?
Why am I the only one making this face?
What's the matter, Cheyenne? Aren't you excited?
Well, I'm not sure that I'm gonna have time for an internship.
Why not?
Well, I've been spending a lot of time volunteering down at the senior center.
Well, what do you think an internship is? I wasn't gonna pay you.
Yeah, about that. I'm not sure that I want to be a dentist anymore.
What?
Wait, I got a face for this.
What do you mean you don't want to be a dentist?
Well, becoming a dentist just seems like something you do to just make money. And I kind of think that I might want to help people instead.
Oh, you don't think dentists help people? Yeah. Guess it's time to show you the gingivitis video again. I have to take my wife to jury duty. And after that, I am going to go to the office, where I will help people fight deadly gum disease. And win!
Cheyenne, you're springing a lot on everybody here, so...
What is going on in that pretty head of yours, woman?
Okay, I was on my way home from another boring day at school where I spent hours studying biology, and I thought to myself, what does that have to do with life? So I was driving, and this old lady in a walker just darted out in front of me. So I hung up the phone, and I thought to myself, somebody has got to do something about these old people.
I think nature takes care of that, honey.
Okay, look, well, I walked her home to the center, and the whole place was just crawling with them. And I looked at their faces, and all of a sudden, I knew that there was something that I could do.
But honey, giving up on dentistry after all the work that you put into it seems a little impulsive.
Yeah, what happened to our 10-year plan where we work and save enough money to afford our own place?
10-year?
It's not all about money, Van. Look, after we helped those people who were in the hurricane, I realized why people do it. It felt really good. I think that maybe this is what I'm meant to do.
Wow, sounds like you really mean it.
Did you just cough, baloney?
Yeah, I might have caught something when you were off, ruining our lives!
Oh, Van.
No, I'm her husband, and you do not make decisions like this alone.
Well, the only reason I didn't tell you was because I knew you'd overreact and storm off.
Well, you know I'm not storming off. I'm gonna stand my ground and forbid you from making this knuckleheaded decision to help old people.
Fine, Van. Well, I have important work to do, so I'm storming off.
Oh, yeah? Well, you storm off like a girl!
What are you doing?
Trying to save our future.
We're going about it all wrong.
What she's doing is crazy. We need to stop her.
Which is why we're going to go down to the center and see what she's up to. Okay. Either what she's doing is a really good thing, or it's silly and pointless. Then we'll calmly talk her out of it.
All right, fine. But don't expect me to be all Miss USA and no, it's not gonna happen.
My roots are planted in the past, though my life is changing fast. Who I am is who I wanna be. A single mom who works too hard, who loves her kids and never stops, with gentle hands and the heart of a fire.
walking me to my jury service, honey.
Yeah, well, if you wind up getting sequestered, I just want the guys here to know that you're taken.
I love it that you're so jealous. Wouldn't it be great if some guy looked at me and then you beat him with the chair and then I was on your jury?
Yeah, that'd be great. Listen, Barbara Jean.
Call me by my number.
Barbara Jean, I'm not gonna...
Not hearing you.
Okay, juror number 1536. Listen, during selection, it's important that you say the right thing to get out of being put on a jury.
But I want to serve.
Come on, Barbara Jean, the guy's on trial for stealing a garden gnome.
You're not supposed to know that. Now, shoo.
Who's going to prison?
Excuse me.
Thank you all for coming.
Oh, this is so exciting. I hope I get picked. I wore my lucky bra.
Juror number 1322.
Did you say 1536?
No. Juror number...
1536?
Let me say it. Juror number 1242.
Oh, I hate my stupid number. What number you got?
Juror number 1289.
Oh, that's your number. Switch with me. Come on. 1289. That's me. That's me.
I thought you were 1536.
No, this loser's 1536. I'm foreman. I call it.
Okay, if anybody asks why we're here, we're signing you up for a ceramics class.
What?
We're signing you up for ceramics class, Grandma!
Man, we don't have to sneak in here. Cheyenne's expecting us.
Hey, guys. Thanks for calling. Man, I can't wait to see what would make someone give up the dental dream.
Oh, Brock, get off your high horse. You're just a glorified toothbrush.
Man, I hate places like this. Reminds me how one day I'll be old.
One day?
Ha ha, you're gonna be old one day too, Van. Let's see who's laughing then.
Well, it won't be you, because you'll be dead.
Yeah.
Come on, guys. Let's knock it off. As I live and breathe, Errol Flynn.
Hi, can I help you?
Oh, yes, we're here to see Cheyenne, my daughter. She says she's been volunteering here.
Oh, you're here to take her home.
Oh,
Great,
no,
I'll get her.
No, we just come down to see what she's up to.
Oh. And then you'll take her home?
Oh.
Oh, hey guys, I'm so glad you're here.
Yeah, we're so excited. We're here to be supportive and not push you in any one direction.
Oh. Okay, you guys, I've got to show you some of the work that I've been doing. You are gonna be so proud.
I'm sure we will, honey.
Look, we need to keep an open mind. There's a very good possibility that Cheyenne can be doing something very meaningful with her life here.
Florence, Ida, ladies, come on out.
Okay, now will you take her home?
Lovely, lovely. See, Florence, slimming. Oh, and Ida, that lipstick is really gonna show off your teeth once you put them in.
Van, check it out. That nice old lady's got work in it on her butt.
You don't think she's got a thong under there, do you?
Cheyenne has been giving them makeovers from top to saggy bottom.
Do the ladies like this?
Oh, yeah, they like it, and the men like it, and I hate it. See, 2 weeks ago, someone would yell, bingo, and they'd all have tea and take naps, and I had the afternoon off. And now Cheyenne gets them all dolled up, and it's like Granny's gone wild around here. So, excuse me 1 second. Dickie, no! No, Dickie, no! No, Dickie. U-turn. No, Dickie.
think?
Yeah, Reba, what do we think?
Well, we think that
Oh, it's so great. You should have seen them before I got here. I really feel like I found my calling. I don't know how to describe the feeling other than it's just...
It's stupid. It's the dumbest thing ever. No, wait, I take that back. You giving up dentistry to do this is the dumbest thing ever.
Well, that was interesting. Ladies, I'm gonna be giving a seminar on waterproof mascara. Meet me in the sunroom.
And then we moved to Lubbock, which was tough on my family. But it didn't matter because I still made the volleyball team, and we went 11-0, which is how I got the nickname White Thunder.
So, in answer to the question, have you ever been accused of committing a crime? The answer would be no.
Yes. Although I was accused of stealing the show in the school play. I was telling you.
Ms. Hart,
and-
if you're trying to get out of your jury duty by being annoying, it's not going to work.
But that's not what I'm trying to do. Your Honor, I want nothing more than to serve on this jury. I am a huge John Grisham fan, and I've seen every episode of Law and Order. And my favorite part is the order.
Okay. Now I would like to ask a question to any other juror.
Request a sidebar?
What?
Your Honor, you said if we had anything personal to discuss, we could request a sidebar?
Oh, no. Oh, now I regret saying that. I regret my whole career choice. Approach the bench. What?
Nothing. I just always wanted to be involved in a sidebar.
Miss Hart,
Call me by my number.
remember what I told you earlier about being annoying would not get you dismissed from service?
Yes.
I'm changing my mind.
No, you can't do that. I thought justice was blind.
Yeah, but unfortunately, it's not deaf. You win. You are dismissed from service.
But I don't want to go.
Bailiff Ron.
Okay, you better watch it, mister. Okay, you know what? This jury will be nothing without me. I declare a mistrial. Okay, you know what? My boob just popped out of my lucky bra.
Cheyenne hadn't made it back yet?
No, she's probably setting up a wet shawl contest by now.
Look, Van, I know what Cheyenne's doing over there is kind of...
Ridiculous. Laughable. Insane.
Yes, but you have to admit that it made those little old ladies pretty happy.
Hi, Mom.
Hey.
You don't get a hi.
Oh, look, Mrs. H, it's Mother Teresa with lip gloss.
Aw. Clever, Van. But just for your information, Mother Teresa knew nothing about makeup.
Really? What a loser.
Come on, guys. But Cheyenne, we do have to talk about what you're gonna do before you make any big decisions.
Oh, I already made my decision.
To do what? Right, working it on old ladies' butts? That's a great idea. It's a great idea. You can have a whole series of inspirational butt sayings.
Eventually, I want to be a drug and alcohol counselor. I was only doing it to see if I liked helping people, and I do.
But Cheyenne, why did you have to pick something so...
Insane!
Man.
Wait, I didn't pick it, the ladies did. I was down there talking to them, and they were telling me how long it's been since they felt pretty. They asked me to do it.
Oh. But honey, being a drug counselor, you're gonna have to have a lot of training for that.
No, I know, and if I change my major to social work now, I can still graduate in 2.5 years.
Do you know that for a fact?
Yes, I already planned it out with my counselor.
Oh, terrific. You're getting advice from the school counselor. Do you see the cars they drive?
So wait a minute. You've actually thought this out?
Yes, I have.
Well, Van, we may have to face the fact that Cheyenne has changed.
Yeah, don't you think I know she's changed? Well, guess what? I liked her the way she was. Hot and ditzy.
I was never ditzy, Van. I mean, what does ditzy even mean?
Okay. All right. Listen to me, both of you. I'm going to give you the secret to a long marriage.
You? Well, forgive me, Mrs. H, but I find that slightly ironic.
I thought you might say that. But I am the person to learn this from. See, Brock and I had to learn it the hard way. People change, they grow. But if the people grow and the marriage doesn't, that's when you sprout a Barbara Jean.
Mom, it is so cool that the tragedy that is your life can help others.
Right back at you. Now, I'll leave and let you two talk.
So, you feel better now that you know I actually thought it through?
No, I feel worse. Where was I during this big process, Cheyenne? When were you gonna allow me in the loop?
Well, I was definitely gonna tell you, Van. I wanted to be sure. Look, I've been going through a lot of changes lately.
I know, and these changes are taking you farther and farther away from me. You talk to everybody about your problems at your meetings. You talk to your school counselor about your future. What is there left for you to talk to me about? Where do I fit in?
Van, I'm sorry. But I'm really happy with my decision. Look, for me, it's about this. I want to become a better person.
Well, for me, it's about this. What if this better person doesn't want me?
Van. Happy birthday, Van.
Oh, I think I soiled myself.
Okay. Van, it's your 80th birthday today.
What?
You know what you want for a present? Oh, Van. Don't you ever want anything else?
You're the one who's got working it on your butt.
So, Van, you're 80 today, and that means you're old. You're an old man, and I'm alive to see it. So who's laughing now? Oh, crap.
Did you see that, Mother? He died. That miserable old coot got what he deserved. Who's laughing now? I'm laughing. Crap.
Jake? Jake, get in here. I think Van died.
I think we better make sure.
just like fruit gravy. Later that afternoon, Brock wandered into the living room. He looked tired, the lines around his eyes more pronounced than usual. He was a man struggling with middle age, and the sudden, dramatic transformation of his wife was clearly taking a toll on his confidence. He spotted Reba reading a magazine on the sofa. "Oh, hey, Barbara Jean," Brock said as his wife breezed past him, carrying a stylish new sports bag. "Here you are. Listen, how would you like to go out and grab a quick lunch? Just the two of us?" Barbara Jean stopped, looking at him with an expression of mild inconvenience. "Oh, honey, I cannot. I am going to the gymnasium." Brock's face fell, a look of profound disappointment washing over his features. "Well, cannot you skip it just this once? Come on. I will take you to that romantic French place you like so much." "Really?" Barbara Jean asked, her eyes lighting up for a brief, fleeting moment. But just as quickly, the light faded, replaced by an iron-clad determination. "Skip the gymnasium and eat French food? No confondu bras." She blew him a quick kiss and hurried out the door, leaving a trail of expensive floral perfume in her wake. Brock stood frozen in the center of the room, staring at the closed door. He let out a long, heavy sigh and slumped down onto the sofa next to Reba. "Man, she blew me off again," Brock muttered, resting his chin in his hands. He looked like a defeated man. "All she wants to do is go down to the gymnasium and spend time with Jordan, her trainer." "Exactly," Reba replied softly, turning a page in her magazine. She understood his frustration, even if she did not entirely sympathize with him. "Frankly, I like the new but the new attitude not so much," Brock complained, his tone turning slightly bitter. Reba peered over the top of her magazine, raising an eyebrow. "Oh, that is really funny coming from the old but." Brock ignored the jab, his mind entirely consumed by his own paranoia. He stood up and began to pace the length of the living room carpet. "Jordan is so great. Jordan is so toned and funny. Well, I got news for you. Nobody is toned and funny." "Rob, you are overreacting," Reba said gently, using his old nickname in a rare moment of comfort. "Oh, really?" Brock stopped pacing and looked at her, his eyes wide with fear and suspicion. "Yeah, I think she might be having an affair with this guy. Barbara Jean with her trainer? I mean, sure, he is probably a better man than you are, better looking and younger. But..." Brock's words trailed off, a desperate idea forming in his mind. He walked over to Reba, a pleading look in his eyes. "That is it. Reba, I need you to help me out. I want you to go down to the gymnasium and see if there is anything going on. You know, spy on him for me." Reba dropped her magazine onto her lap, staring at him in absolute disbelief. "No way, you know. Barbara Jean may have a long list of faults, and I have that list if you need a copy. But she is nothing if not faithful." "Yeah, right?" Brock scoffed, running a hand through his thinning hair. "Up until now. But now that she is thin and hot, she has all kinds of options." Reba sighed, feeling a familiar ache of exhaustion. Managing Brock's emotions was a job she thought she had left behind with their marriage. "Look, Brock, if it is worrying you that much, be honest with her. Tell her how you feel. Tell her that you just need a hug every now and then." Brock stared at her for a long moment, as if she had just suggested he speak a foreign language. He threw his hands up in the air. "Oh, now there is a great idea. See? Why, since my competition is a macho, muscular dude, I should go the other way and appear all weak and whiny. Your solutions are ridiculous. Reba makes me to spy on those. Stupid." He stormed out of the room, leaving the sentence unfinished, his ego far too bruised to listen to reason. Reba picked up her glass of green smoothie, looking at the thick liquid with disdain. "Hard to believe they are supposed to be good for you," she muttered, taking a reluctant sip. In the hallway, Van was waiting. He had changed into a tracksuit, looking ready to sprint a marathon at a moment's notice. He watched Reba approach, an amused grin on his face. "Hey, Mrs. H, you off for your power walk?" Reba stopped, leaning heavily against the wall. She was exhausted just thinking about exercise. Van chuckled, shaking his head. "Man, I love old people. Power walking, moving along, swinging their arms, like there is a big sale for false teeth." Reba glared at him, refusing to take the bait. "No, I am not going for my power walk. This whole physical thing is getting everybody acting wacko." "What do you mean?" Van asked, his smile fading as he sensed the seriousness in her tone. "Well, your dad thinks that the guy who gave Barbara Jean her new body is wanting to take a 4-spin, Reba explained, using the slang carefully. Van nodded slowly, a look of solemn understanding crossing his features. "He probably does." Reba looked at him, surprised by his certainty. "What are you talking about?" Van stepped closer, dropping his voice as if imparting ancient wisdom. "Guys are pigs. They are dogs. They are all animals. They just care about hot women. They are hot dogs." He nodded firmly, pleased with his own metaphor. "My point is that when you got a hot lady, you got to keep your guard up at all times." He turned and looked down the hallway, where Cheyenne was standing, holding a laundry basket. The young woman looked tired, her hair pulled back into a messy bun, wearing an oversized sweater. "I used to," Cheyenne said quietly, her voice barely a whisper. Van spun around, his heart sinking as he realized she had heard him. He rushed to her side, his hands reaching out to gently hold her arms. "You used to? No, baby, do not take it like that. It is just that I have grown into a mature, stable individual. That is all." Cheyenne looked away, a tear forming in the corner of her eye. "Well, I do not like it." She pushed past him, hurrying up the stairs. Reba hummed, watching the dramatic exit. Van turned back to Reba, completely bewildered by the sudden emotional storm. "Where have you been?" he asked helplessly. "I went to get something to eat," Reba replied calmly, deciding it was best to stay out of matrimonial disputes that were not her own. Later, sitting on the porch with young Ben, Reba watched the neighborhood pass by. The suburban street was quiet, the trees rustling gently in the afternoon breeze. She sighed, her mind still turning over Brock's wild accusations. So, Ben, you think that Brock might be right about this trainer?" Reba asked the boy, valuing his simple, uncluttered perspective on the world. Ben swung his legs back and forth on the porch swing, considering the question carefully. "Sure, this guy could be hot for Barbara Jean," the boy reasoned, his voice remarkably calm and logical. "But since Barbara Jean isn't looking to play, there is no problem, and it is obvious Barbara Jean isn't looking." Reba turned to look at her son, impressed by his insight. "Why is this obvious?" Ben held up a finger. "2 reasons. Barbara Jean isn't good at keeping secrets." He held up a second finger. "And she thinks of you as her best friend. If she were fooling around with this guy, she would be constantly talking about him to you. Heck, she would probably even want you to meet him." Reba froze. The memory of the morning's conversation hit her like a physical blow. "I want my best girlfriend to meet my best boyfriend." The slip of the tongue, the nervous blush, the desperate insistence that Reba come to the fitness center. "Meet him," Reba whispered, her eyes widening in sudden realization. The pieces clicked into place with terrifying clarity. She stood up abruptly, nearly knocking over her empty smoothie glass. "Oh, where are you going?" Ben asked, startled by her sudden movement. Reba smoothed down her shirt, a look of grim determination settling over her features. She had a mission: go down to the gymnasium with the rest of the wackos. "All right," Ben called out after her as she marched down the driveway. "Well, keep those arms a-swinging." The atmosphere inside the elite health club was a completely different world from Reba's quiet suburban home. The air was thick with the scent of citrus cleaning products, expensive sweat, and an overwhelming aura of physical perfection. Fluorescent lights reflected off mirrored walls, multiplying the endless rows of chrome. Yeah, Reba heard her own voice say in the dream, dripping with her trademark sarcasm. Thin is a stick, and dumb is one. The dream shifted again. Brock, her ex-husband, appeared, looking bewildered as he stared at his wife. Yikes, what is eating Cooper grape? He asked, mispronouncing the famous movie title in his confusion. He pointed a shaking finger at Barbara Jean and the trainer standing beside her. Look at that. They look like the number 10. Reba gasped, her eyes snapping open. She was in her own bed, the morning light piercing through the curtains. She sat up, her heart pounding against her ribs. She pressed a hand to her forehead, letting out a long, shaky breath of relief. Oh, thank God it was just a nightmare, Reba whispered into the quiet room. But the universe had an exquisite sense of comedic timing. From the hallway downstairs, a loud, cheerful voice shattered the morning peace, singing out the exact words from her dream. Yoo-hoo, I am here, and I am thin. Reba closed her eyes, letting her head fall back against the pillows. The nightmare had not ended. It had simply transitioned into reality. And the nightmare continues, she muttered to herself, resigning herself to whatever chaos the day was about to bring. Downstairs, the house was already buzzing with activity. Reba, determined to take control of the situation and her own health, had assembled the blender and was tossing an assortment of fruits and vegetables into the glass pitcher. She hummed a defiant tune to herself as she worked, finding strength in the lyrics of her favorite song. My roots are planted in the past, though my life is changing fast. Who I am is who I want to be. A single mom who works too hard, who loves her kids and never stops. With gentle hands and the heart of a fighter, I am a survivor. Ben wandered into the kitchen, rubbing the sleep from his eyes. He looked at the strange, green concoction swirling in the blender and frowned. Mom, make us some pancakes. Reba pressed the stop button on the blender, pouring the thick, vibrant liquid into a tall glass. No, I am making everyone a power smoothie. And this afternoon, I am taking a power walk. Van, who had just entered the room, let out a loud, uncontrollable laugh. He leaned heavily against the counter, clutching his stomach. Power walk? Oh, forget your power cane. Cheyenne swatted her husband lightly on the arm, her expression stern. Van, that is not nice. Mom does aerobics. She could shatter her hip? Van countered playfully, completely unaware of the dangerous territory he was treading. Reba narrowed her eyes, fixing her son-in-law with a look that could freeze water. She set her smoothie glass down with slow, deliberate precision. And yet, in the blink of an eye, I can make you both homeless. Van swallowed hard, his laughter dying instantly in his throat. He nodded once, acknowledging the undeniable truth of her statement. Before the tension could dissipate, the front door swung wide open. The newly transformed Barbara Jean stood in the entryway, radiating a blinding level of confidence. She struck a pose, throwing her arms out wide. Hey, everybody! I am here and I am. Reba held up a hand, completely exhausted by the grand entrance before it even finished. Oh, shut up and have a donut, she interrupted dryly. Barbara Jean glided into the kitchen, moving with a newfound, energetic bounce. She looked at the green liquid in Reba's glass and grimaced dramatically. Oh, Reba, you are not still trying to lose weight by drinking those power smoothies, are you? Jordan, my trainer, says that those are loaded with hidden carbs. Reba took a slow, deliberate sip of her drink, maintaining eye contact. Barbara Jean, I am all for adopting a healthy new lifestyle, But seriously, there has to be some sort of... She paused, noticing that Van was staring unblinkingly at the new arrival. She snapped her fingers in front of his face. Will you stop staring at her? Van blinked, shaking his head as if waking from a trance. What? We have been staring at her for like the past 2 hours. Well, she is pretty. Barbara Jean beamed, preening under the attention. She flipped her hair over her shoulder, a gesture she had clearly been practicing. I am pretty. Cheyenne, feeling a sudden, sharp pang of insecurity, stepped forward. She wanted to reclaim the spotlight, or at least understand this strange new dynamic. Well, of course you are. You have always been pretty, but she is new pretty. Reba looked at Van, her protective instincts flaring for her daughter. Oh, Van. That is such a funny story you can tell to your next wife. Van, oblivious to the emotional landmines surrounding him, turned to Cheyenne with genuine curiosity. Van, you really think that I am new pretty? Cheyenne asked, her voice tinged with vulnerability. Oh, yeah, Van replied enthusiastically, trying to formulate the highest compliment his brain could conjure. You are like a bleached-out Halle Berry. Cheyenne's face fell slightly, but Barbara Jean clapped her hands together in delight. Thank you, Barbara Jean chimed in, assuming the compliment was for her. You are welcome, Van replied, equally confused but happy to be of service. Reba sighed, picking up her glass. I am going to go make some calls, she announced, needing to escape the surreal conversation taking place in her own kitchen. As Reba left the room, Van leaned slightly closer to Barbara Jean, lowering his voice to a conspiratorial whisper. So, Barbara Jean. Yeah? She replied brightly. Is it true that when you lose a bunch of weight, you want to do, you know? Van gestured vaguely with his hands, trying to find the polite words. Bounce, bounce. Van! Cheyenne gasped, absolutely mortified by her husband's lack of filter. She crossed her arms tightly over her chest, feeling completely overshadowed. Van realized his mistake instantly. He turned to his wife, his eyes wide with apology. Oh, Cheyenne, do not be upset. You are still hot. You are like a bleached out. He searched his mind desperately for another beautiful celebrity, but panicked under pressure. Jan Brady. Cheyenne stared at him, her expression a mix of horror and disbelief. January Jan Brady. I am Marcia, Barbara Jean declared proudly, stepping into the imaginary television role. Marcia, Marcia, Marcia. Cheyenne let out a frustrated sigh and turned away, while Barbara Jean, oblivious to the marital discord she was accidentally fostering, followed Reba into the living room. So, Reba, Barbara Jean began, her voice bubbling with excitement. I got an idea. You should come down to the gymnasium and meet Jordan, my trainer. Reba, who was attempting to organize the mail on the coffee table, did not even look up. Seriously, he will change your life, Barbara Jean continued, undeterred. I mean, he is so much more than a personal trainer. He taught me how to work out and eat right. We go over the clothes I am going to wear, the movies I am going to see. Reba paused, a stack of envelopes in her hand. She looked at Barbara Jean, her brow furrowed in confusion. Whoa, the movies you are going to see? What has that got to do with you getting in shape? Oh, nothing, Barbara Jean dismissed with a wave of her hand, a dreamy smile spreading across her face. We just have the same sense of humor. That Tim Allen just kills us. I mean, whether he is playing a dog or Santa Claus, you just buy it. She leaned forward, her eyes wide with hopeful anticipation. So, you will come meet Jordan? No, Reba stated flatly, returning to her mail. Oh, come on, Reba, Barbara Jean pleaded, putting a hand on Reba's shoulder. I want my best girlfriend to meet my best boyfriend. Reba stopped dead. She slowly turned her head, her eyes locking onto Barbara Jean's. The air in the room seemed to thicken. Barbara Jean realized what she had said and gasped, covering her mouth with her hand. Boyfriend? Oh, whoops, that came out wrong. She laughed nervously, but a faint blush crept up her neck. Oh, Reba said slowly, the wheels turning in her sharp mind. She looked at the woman before her, noting the sparkling eyes and the flush of excitement that accompanied any mention of this trainer. Well, thanks anyway, but I am just going to be here with my smoothie. Reba lifted her glass and took a sip, trying to mask her growing suspicion. Delicious. I thought you did not want me to leave you alone, he said. Sometimes I want to feel new pretty, she confessed. The house grew quiet as the evening set in. The weight of the day, the tensions of the gym, and the misunderstandings of the afternoon began to fade, replaced by a quiet, comfortable acceptance that had been missing for far too long. They had all, in their own way, been chasing something, a newer, thinner, or more exciting version of themselves, only to realize that the life they had, with all its messiness and quirks, was exactly what they needed. In the kitchen, the salt and pepper shakers remained empty, a silent testament to the whirlwind that had passed through. But for the first time in what felt like an eternity, the air felt light. It was not about the power smoothies or the gym routines or the new look that everyone was desperate to achieve. It was about the simple, enduring connections that tied them all together under one roof. As the moonlight filtered through the windows, casting long shadows across the living room, a sense of peace settled over them. They had navigated the complexities of jealousy, the vanity of transformation, and the awkwardness of growth, and they had come out on the other side. They were not perfect, and they certainly were not always right, but they were family. And in the end, that was the only weight that truly mattered. The struggle to be something else had finally given way to the joy of being exactly who they were. And for the first time in a long time, that was more than enough. And so, the house breathed in the stillness, the echoes of the day settling into the floorboards. There would be more days, more challenges, and surely more moments of absurdity. But for tonight, they were content. They had each other, they had their home, and they had the promise of a tomorrow where they could simply be themselves, without the need for filters, diets, or illusions. It was, in its own humble way, a perfect end to an imperfect day, a reminder that the heart of a home is not built on what is on the outside, but on the enduring strength of the love that dwells within. That woman is out of control, Van whispered, his voice hushed as if afraid the subject of his distress might hear him from the living room. He gestured dramatically toward the barren shelves. She is like a locust. She has eaten everything in the house. Ben nodded solemnly, reaching out to pick up a small, clear glass container from the kitchen island. He held it up to the morning light. She has eaten everything in Mr. H's house, the young boy corrected, emphasizing the name of his former stepfather. Look, even the salt and pepper shakers are empty. Why do not you just tell her she has eaten too much? You tell her. Van's eyes widened, and he immediately took a step back, raising his hands in defense. The very thought of confronting the boisterous, unpredictable force of nature that was Mrs. H was enough to make a brave man tremble. No, you tell her, Van countered quickly. He held out his fist, his competitive instincts kicking in. Rock, paper, scissors. Ben, you know you are going to lose. Ben's brow furrowed with sudden determination. He mirrored Van's stance, raising his own small fist. Not this time, the boy declared with a fierce, unwavering confidence. Together, they brought their fists down in unison, their voices echoing in the quiet kitchen. 1, 2, 3. As their hands revealed their choices, Ben's face fell instantly. His two fingers, extended in a classic V shape, were met by the impenetrable wall of Van's flat palm. The young boy let out a frustrated sigh, his shoulders slumping. Dang it! How do you always beat me? Van offered a sympathetic but slightly victorious smile, leaning down to pat the boy on the shoulder. Because you always pick scissors. Of course I do, Ben grumbled, looking at his defeated fingers. It is my system. He looked back up at the older young man, a glimmer of hope returning to his eyes. So you will tell her? Van hesitated, the reality of his victory suddenly feeling like a heavy burden. He rubbed the back of his neck, his courage evaporating. Yeah, fine, he muttered, before immediately backtracking. No, I do not want to. Ben seized the opportunity, his voice rising in desperation. You tell her. Come on, you tell her. Please, please, please. No, Ben, Van pleaded, pacing back and forth across the tiled floor. Why should I tell her? He stopped and looked at the boy, trying to explain the complex social dynamics of adult relationships. Because girls can say that kind of stuff without having to come across like all they care about are looks. Just as the tension reached its peak, Cheyenne, Van's beautiful young wife, walked into the kitchen. Her presence brought an immediate sense of calm to Van. She moved with a gentle grace, completely oblivious to the intense debate that had just transpired. Van's eyes softened as he looked at her, his earlier panic replaced by a deep, affectionate admiration. By the way, Van said, his voice dropping to a smooth, romantic timbre, you have been looking hot lately. Cheyenne smiled, a delicate blush coloring her cheeks. Oh, you, she replied playfully, waving him off but clearly pleased by the compliment. She turned her attention to the empty pantry and the two distressed figures before her. Understanding the situation immediately, she took charge with the quiet authority of a young mother. Look, sweetie, why do not I tell her? Thank you, Van breathed out, a wave of profound relief washing over him. Before another word could be spoken, the front door burst open and a vibrant, energetic woman marched into the house, carrying a large, flat cardboard box. Reba, the matriarch of the family, possessed a sharp wit and an incredibly practical nature. Today she carried a victory prize. Hey, 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 Reba announced, holding the box high like a trophy. Guess who Luigi gave the free pizza to? Luigi does not have to roll it out of the bed every morning. Cheyenne sighed, leaning against the counter. She loved her mother dearly, but the sheer volume of food entering the house was becoming comical. You know, Mom, we really do not need another pizza. I mean, it is really just the three of us. Oh, I know, Reba replied, setting the box down on the island with a satisfying thud. She opened the lid, revealing a perfect, steaming circle of cheese and pepperoni. But I had to take it. It was free. Somebody will eat it. The intoxicating aroma of melted cheese and baked dough filled the room. Van, whose appetite was legendary, instantly forgot his earlier complaints about the food shortage. His eyes locked onto the pizza. Oh, dibs! He shouted, his hand darting out to claim the largest slice. Cheyenne watched him, shaking her head with a mixture of amusement and exasperation. She looked at her mother, her tone turning more serious. You know what, Mom? I am thinking maybe we should all try and get a little healthier around here. Reba looked at her daughter, genuinely puzzled. She had spent her entire life managing a household, raising children, and dealing with a complicated divorce. She felt she was doing just fine. What are you talking about? I am very healthy. Suddenly, heavy, rapid footsteps echoed from the hallway. A towering figure with a mane of blonde hair charged into the kitchen, lunging toward the pizza box like a lioness spotting prey. It was Barbara Jean, Brock's new wife. She was a woman of immense passion, incredible volume, and, lately, an insatiable appetite. Reba immediately sprang into action, her maternal instincts shifting into protective mode. She grabbed the edge of the pizza box, pulling it away from Barbara Jean's grasping hands. All right, that is it, Mrs. H. Drop it, Mrs. H. Drop it, drop it, drop it. Barbara Jean froze, her eyes still locked on the steaming slices, her breath heavy. Drop it, Reba commanded again, her voice firm but laced with genuine concern. She looked at the woman who had caused so much upheaval in her life, finding herself unexpectedly worried for her well-being. Mrs. H, I cannot stand to see you do this to yourself. It is like you are trying to eat yourself to death. Why? What happened to you? What is different? The kitchen dissolved into a surreal, hazy mist. The scent of pizza faded, replaced by the bizarre logic of dreams. You who? I am here, and I am thin, a voice called out, echoing strangely. Reba found herself standing in a distorted version of her living room. Before her stood Barbara Jean, but she was unrecognizable. The woman had transformed completely, her previously voluptuous figure replaced by a slender, athletic frame, weak and whiny. Your solutions are ridiculous. Reba, it makes me want to spy on those. Stupid. Hard to believe they are supposed to be good for you, Reba muttered to herself. Hey, Mrs. H, you off for your power walk? Man, I love old people. Power walking, moving along, swinging their arms, like there is a big sale for false teeth. No, I am not going for my power walk, she replied. This whole physical thing is getting everybody acting wacko. What do you mean? Well, your dad thinks that the guy who gave Barbara Jean her new body is wanting to take a forespin, she explained. He probably does, the younger person remarked. What are you talking about? Guys are pigs. They are dogs. They are all animals. They just care about hot women. They are hot dogs. My point is that when you have a hot lady, you have to keep your guard up at all times. I used to, the man said. You used to? No, baby, do not take it like that. It is just that I have grown into a mature, stable individual. That is all. Well, I do not like it, she replied, crossing her arms. The other pondered. Where have you been? I went to get something to eat, the first voice replied. So, Ben, you think that Brock might be right about this trainer? Sure, this guy could be hot for Barbara Jean, but since Barbara Jean is not looking to play, there is no problem, Ben reasoned. And it is obvious Barbara Jean is not looking. Why is this obvious? 2 reasons, Ben said, counting on his fingers. Barbara Jean is not good at keeping secrets, and she thinks of you as her best friend. If she were fooling around with this guy, she would be constantly talking about him to you. Heck, she would probably even want you to meet him. Meet him? Oh, where are you going? Go down to the gym with the rest of the wackos, Ben suggested. All right. Well, keep those arms a-swinging. Oh hey Reba, you came, Barbara Jean chirped. Yeah, Reba said, looking around. Man, there are a lot of beautiful people around here. You should see them naked in the shower. Hey Jordan, Barbara Jean called out. Hey. Ready to start, Barbara Jean? Jordan asked. Yeah. Hey, you look great in that outfit, she noted. Oh well, the other woman is getting kind of baggy. Can you believe her? She did the impossible. She lost all that weight and kept these fellas, Jordan laughed. Okay, Jordan, this is my friend Reba, Barbara Jean introduced. Hey, I am Jordan, he said with a smile. I am Reba, she replied, feeling out of place. So, you gonna join us, Reba? Jordan invited. Oh, I do not know, Reba stammered. I just think that me and my fellows will just watch for a while. Well, Reba, you are not going to get into shape by just watching, Jordan insisted. You need to sweat a little. Yeah, but you guys have got to understand, it has been a while since I have been in a gym like this, and I do not think. Hello. There, Barbara Jean, you really are getting limber. Remember when you could not put your leg over my head? Remember when I did not want to? Barbara Jean countered. Is that legal? Reba asked, bewildered. I mean, necessary? It is critical to stretch the muscles out before you exercise them, Jordan explained. Yeah. Otherwise, you could really hurt something. Turn over. Reba, you need to watch this one. This one is my favorite. All right, Jordan continued. Now, this gives a good stretch to the back and chest muscles. Really should do this once a day. Oh, I would do it all day if I could, Barbara Jean sighed. Is this one of these gyms that has the heat on real high? I am sweating, Reba complained. Okay. Oh wow, Jordan exclaimed. Time for some weightlifting. Oh good, Reba said. That is enough of that stretching. Hello. Okay. Knock this out. Yeah, okay. All right. I think I have seen enough. So what do you think? Barbara Jean asked. You have any interest in getting a personal trainer? Only if he takes me out to dinner first, Reba joked. Are you sure, Reba? Seriously, this is one of the best relationships I have ever had. Oh, I think Jordan has his hands full with you, Reba said. Oh, you are a beginner, Reba, Jordan said with a grin. You will start with Dot. Dot. Yeah. This is Reba. She seems a little tense. I would spend some extra time on the stretching. Hey, get down there. So, did you see him? What is he like? Is he little? Could I take him? Brock demanded the moment Reba returned. He is big, but he is not as big as Dot, Reba said, shaking her head. So what do you think? Is there something going on there? Look, Brock. I was hoping that I could go down to the gym and check things out and come back and tell you that there is nothing to worry about. But that is it, Brock cried. Reba, come on, she urged herself. Okay, I do not know if they are having an affair or not, but if they keep working out like that, they might be having a baby. Man, I knew there was something going on. Brock fumed. Hey, everybody. I am here and I am saying, well. Oh, hi, honey, Barbara Jean said, walking in. Do not you hi honey me, Brock snapped. What are you talking about? Oh man, did you honestly think that I would not find out about you and Jordan? Brock accused. What? We were working out. It was perfectly innocent, Barbara Jean insisted. Reba, tell him what you saw. I do not want to get involved, Reba stated firmly. She said you are having an affair, Brock yelled. Any more than I already am, Barbara Jean retorted. Okay, Jordan and I are not having an affair. He is gay. What? Brock blinked, stunned. Reba, do you honestly think I would let a straight man grab my breasts? Excuse me, he grabbed your breasts? Brock asked. He is gay. He was not touching them. He was arranging them, she explained. Carry on with your lives. No, Reba, Barbara Jean cried. Everything is not fine. I had no idea you were so threatened by the new me. The slim waist, the toned legs, the fellas. The fellas? The girls. Oh, the puppies, Reba corrected. I am not threatened by you, Reba insisted. Really? Yeah. Then why did you go down to the gym? What were you spying on me? Barbara Jean asked. No. Okay, yes, Reba admitted. I went down to the gym because I thought there was something going on between you and Jordan. Why would you think that? Because you have changed, Reba said. I have not, Barbara Jean denied. Yes, you have, Reba persisted. Ever since you lost all that weight, you are pushy and obnoxious. And you always want to be the center of attention. Hello? I have always been that way, Barbara Jean said. She kinda got a point there, the others muttered. Yeah, well, something has changed, Barbara Jean, Reba admitted. Yeah, the way you guys look at me. I am still the same Barbara Jean I always was. I am just less winded, she explained. I know she might be right. Could be us, Reba thought. I am sorry, honey, Brock said, softening. Reba just got me all worked up. That is. Look, Barbara Jean. The truth is I think I went down to the gym almost hoping that I would find you doing something wrong. Anything. So I could feel superior to you and your skinny butt. So, I am sorry. Sorry? Barbara Jean asked. Yeah. This is great. For the first time since we have known each other, you want to be me, she laughed. I do not want to be you, Brock clarified. I know. It is even better. You want to look like me, she beamed. Hey, where are you going? Brock asked. Just gonna go grab something to eat. I will see you next year, she called back. Hey, buddy. What are we watching? The man asked. No, we are not, the other replied. Want a rock, paper, scissor for it? Let us go. You are gonna pick scissors, are you not? Get out. Hey, honey, the woman said. Hey baby, the husband replied. I need to talk to you. Oh honey, I just got the television, she said. Well, I started thinking that maybe you do not think of me as new pretty because I do not do enough to keep your interest, he admitted. No honey, you are way hot, she assured him. Guilty. But anyway, I thought that maybe I should, change my look every now and then just to keep things fresh. So, I bought a wig, he revealed. Cheyenne, put that down, he warned. Listen to me. I think it is a good thing that when I look at you, I do not see the beautiful girl with the killer bod. I see my wife. And I am attracted to her whether she is all dressed up, ready to go out, or just sitting on the couch wearing those washed-up flannel pajamas. Really? She asked, touched. Yeah. You are beautiful to me because of who you are, he said, pulling her close. I feel kind of stupid, she murmured. That is also who you are, and I love it, he whispered. Come on, you. Where are we going? Oh, we are going upstairs, she said, smiling. Hold on. Closer. In the end, it was not about the weight, the gym, or the new appearance. It was about who they were to each other. When her daughter worried that she did not look the part of the new beautiful, she was reminded that she was loved for who she was, not for how she looked. She was loved in her pajamas, in her comfort, in her truth, and that was all that mattered. They were, in the end, exactly who they were meant to be. They had found their way back to each other, through the chaos, the doubt, and the laughter. And in the quiet moments that followed, they knew that they would be just fine. The woman was, quite frankly, behaving as if she were a one-person plague of locusts. She had moved into the house with the appetite of someone who had never seen a pantry before, and within the span of a few short days, she had systematically devoured everything in sight. Ben sighed, leaning against the kitchen counter, his eyes tracing the hollowed-out remains of a salt shaker. He turned to his companion, his brow furrowed in genuine distress. She has eaten everything in the house of Mr. H. Just look at this, he said, gesturing to the bare shelves and the empty condiment containers. Even the salt and pepper shakers are completely drained. Why do you not just tell her that she has consumed far too much? You are the one who should tell her. No, you are the one who should tell her, the other countered quickly. Let us play rock, paper, scissors to decide. Ben, you know full well that you are going to lose. Not this time, Ben insisted with a determined glimmer in his eye. 1, 2, 3. He threw his hand out, only to see the inevitable pair of scissors staring back at him. Dang it, he cursed under his breath. How do you always manage to beat me? It is simple, the other replied with a smirk. Because you always choose scissors. It is my system. So you are going to tell her, then? Ben asked, hoping for a sliver of victory. Yeah, fine, the other side. Actually, no, I do not want to do it. You tell her. Come on, please, please, please. No, Ben replied firmly. Why should I be the one to tell her? Because girls are capable of saying those kinds of things without sounding like they care only about vanity, the other argued. By the way, you have been looking rather hot lately. Oh, you, Ben murmured, softening slightly. Look, sweetie, why do you not just let me tell her? I will handle it, Ben promised. Hey, 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 a voice boomed from the doorway. Guess who Luigi gave the free pizza to? Luigi does not have to roll out of bed every single morning to deal with this, Ben muttered. You know, Mother, we really do not need another pizza, Cheyenne said, looking at the large box being placed on the table. It is really just the three of us. Oh, I know, but I simply had to take it. It was free, the mother replied with a beaming smile. Someone will eventually eat it. Dibs, Ben claimed instantly. You know what, Mother? I am thinking that maybe, just maybe, we should all try to get a little healthier around here, Cheyenne suggested. What are you talking about? I am very healthy, the mother retorted, looking offended. All right, that is it, Mrs. H. Drop it, Ben commanded, reaching for the pizza box. Drop it, Mrs. H. Drop it. Mrs. H., I cannot stand to see you do this to yourself, Ben pleaded, his voice laced with concern. It is like you are trying to eat yourself to death. Why? What happened to you? What is different? Yoo-hoo! I am here, and I am thin. The voice of the mother echoed in a dreamlike sequence. Yeah, thin is a stick and dumb is one, someone muttered in the distance. Yikes, Ben gasped, snapping back to reality. What is eating Cooper grape? Look at that. They look like the number 10. Oh, thank God it was just a nightmare, he whispered, wiping sweat from his forehead. Yoo-hoo! I am here, and I am thin. The voice returned. And the nightmare continues, Ben thought to himself. My roots are planted in the past, he mused, listening to the hum of the house. Though my life is changing fast, who I am is who I want to be. A single mother who works too hard, who loves her kids and never stops, with gentle hands and the heart of a fighter. I am a survivor. Mother, make us some pancakes, the children requested. No, she replied with a newfound resolve. I am making everyone a power smoothie. And this afternoon I am taking a power walk. Power walk? Oh, forget your power cane, Ben remarked. Van, that is not nice, Cheyenne chided. Mother does aerobics. She could shatter her hip. And yet, in the blink of an eye, I can make you both homeless, the mother replied, her tone sharp. Hey, everybody. I am here and I am. A voice called out from the entryway. Oh, shut up and have a donut, someone grumbled. Oh, Reba, you are not still trying to lose weight by drinking those power smoothies, are you? The neighbor asked. Jordan, my trainer, says that those are loaded with hidden carbohydrates. Barbara Jean, I am all for adopting a healthy new lifestyle, Reba replied, exhaling slowly. But seriously, I mean, there has to be some sort of... Will you stop staring at her? Reba asked, turning to the men in the room. What? We have been staring at her for like the past 2 hours, they admitted. Well, she is pretty, Reba conceded. I am pretty, the other chimed in. Well, of course you are, Reba said, patting her hand. You have always been pretty. But she is new pretty. Oh, Van, that is such a funny story you can tell to your next wife, Reba quipped. Van, do you really think that I am new pretty? The woman asked. Oh yeah, Van replied. You are like a bleached-out Halle Berry. Thank you, she beamed. You are welcome. I am going to go make some calls, Van said, heading toward the stairs. So, Barbara Jean, Reba started. Is it true that when you lose a bunch of weight, you want to do, bounce, bounce? Van, Cheyenne scolded. Oh, Cheyenne, do not be upset. You are still hot. You are like a bleached-out Jan Brady. January Jan Brady. IAM marcha, marcha, marcha. Cheyenne cried, exasperated. So, Reba, I got an idea, Barbara Jean said, ignoring the outburst. You should come down to the gym and meet Jordan, my trainer. Seriously, he will change your life. I mean, he is so much more than a personal trainer. He taught me how to work out and eat right. We go over the clothes I am going to wear, the movies I am going to see. Well, Reba said, holding up a hand. The movies you are going to see? What has that got to do with you getting in shape? Oh, nothing, Barbara Jean replied airily. We just have the same sense of humor. That Tim Allen just kills us. I mean, whether he is playing a dog or Santa Claus, you just buy it. So, you will come meet Jordan? No, Reba said firmly. Oh, come on, Reba. I want my best girlfriend to meet my best boyfriend. Boyfriend? Oh, whoops, Barbara Jean stammered. That came out wrong. Well, thanks anyway. But I am just going to be here with my smoothie. Delicious. Just like fruit gravy. Oh, hey, Barbara Jean, a voice called out. Here you are. Listen, how would you like to go out and grab a quick lunch? Just the two of us? Oh, honey, I cannot. I am going to the gym, Barbara Jean replied. Well, can you not skip it just this once? Come on. I will take you to that romantic French place you like so much. Really? Skip the gym and eat French food? No confondu, brah, she teased. Man. She blew me off again, the man complained. All she wants to do is go down to the gym and spend time with Jordan, her trainer. Exactly, Reba agreed. Frankly, I like the new but the new attitude not so much. Oh, that is really funny coming from the old, but the man retorted. Jordan is so great. Jordan is so toned and funny, someone else mused. Well, I got news for you, Reba snapped. Nobody is toned and funny. Rob, you are overreacting, the others said in unison. Oh, really? Yeah, I think she might be having an affair with this guy, Rob insisted. Barbara Jean with her trainer? I mean, sure, he is probably a better man than you are, better looking and younger, Reba countered. But that is it, Rob declared. Reba, I need you to help me out. I want you to go down to the gym and see if there is anything going on. You know, spy on him for me. No way, Reba refused. You know, Barbara Jean may have a long list of faults, and I have that list if you need a copy, but she is nothing if not faithful. Yeah, right, Rob scoffed. Up until now. But now that she is thin and hot, she has all kinds of options. Look, Brock, if it is worrying you that much, be honest with her. Tell her how you feel. Tell her that you just need a hug every now and then. Oh, now, there is a great idea, Brock said sarcastically. See? Why, since my competition is a macho, muscular dude, I should go the other way and appear all weak. Are we watching? Cheyenne asked gently. Van sighed. No, we are not. Want a rock, paper, scissor for it? Let us go. He held up his hand. You are going to pick scissors, are not you? Get out. Cheyenne sat down next to him, her posture nervous and uncertain. Hey, honey. Hey, baby. I need to talk to you. Van looked at her, concerned by her serious tone. Oh, honey, I just got the television. Cheyenne took a deep breath, her fingers playing nervously with the hem of her shirt. Well, I started thinking that maybe you do not think of me as new pretty because I do not do enough to keep your interest. Van's expression softened entirely. He reached out, gently taking her hand. No, honey, you were way hot. Guilty. But anyway, Cheyenne continued, her voice trembling slightly, I thought that maybe I should, change my look every now and then just to keep things fresh. So, I bought a wig. She reached behind her, pulling out a bright, unnatural-looking wig, clearly entirely unsure of herself. Van gently took the wig from her hands and tossed it onto a nearby chair. He turned to face her fully, his eyes filled with a deep, mature sincerity that rarely surfaced. Cheyenne, put that down. Listen to me. I think it is a good thing that when I look at you, I do not see the beautiful girl with the killer body. I see my wife, and I am attracted to her whether she is all dressed up, ready to go out, or just sitting on the couch wearing those washed-up flannel pajamas. Cheyenne looked at him, tears welling in her eyes. Really? Yeah, Van said softly, reaching up to gently cup her cheek. You are beautiful to me because of who you are. Cheyenne let out a wet, happy laugh, wiping away a stray tear. Ah, I feel kinda stupid. Van smiled, a warm, completely genuine smile. That is also who you are, and I love it. Come on, you. He stood up, offering her his hand. Cheyenne took it, letting him pull her to her feet. Where are we going? Oh, we are going upstairs, Van said, a playful glimmer returning to his eyes. Cheyenne laughed. Hold on. I thought you did not want me to leave you alone. Van pulled her close, kissing her forehead gently. Sometimes I want to feel new pretty. The woman was, to put it mildly, an unstoppable force of nature. She was, in every sense of the word, a locust. She had consumed everything in the house, leaving nothing behind but empty promises and crumbs. She had eaten her way through everything in the house belonging to Mr. H, and the sight was truly remarkable to behold. Even the salt and pepper shakers were entirely hollow. One could not help but wonder why the people around her did not simply tell her that she had consumed too much. Ben and his companion stood by, watching the spectacle with a mixture of amusement and apprehension. The weight of the situation fell upon them, and the game of rock, paper, scissors seemed the only logical way to decide who would confront her. Ben knew, deep in his heart, that he was destined to lose, yet he hoped for a different outcome. 1, 2, 3. The result was as expected, much to his disappointment. He picked scissors, as he always did, for it was his signature system. It was inevitable. The conversation turned to the delicate task of addressing the situation. They pondered who should be the one to speak. Why must one person bear the burden of the truth? It was suggested that girls could speak of such matters without being perceived as merely obsessed with physical appearances. There was even a moment of levity, a compliment regarding how hot one had been looking lately, which served to lighten the mood. "Sweetheart, why do I not talk to her?" The suggestion was made with a desire to resolve the tension. Suddenly, the focus shifted to the arrival of food. Someone had been gifted free pizza. It was a chaotic scene, as they tried to reconcile their dietary choices with the abundance of food. One realized that they were only 3 people, and they truly did not need an additional pizza. Yet the allure of the free meal was impossible to resist. Someone shouted that they had dibs on the slices, creating a minor stir. Amidst the flurry of activity, there was a quiet realization that perhaps it was time for them to start living a healthier life. The reaction to this suggestion was swift. "What are you talking about? I am very healthy," was the retort. The situation escalated, with voices rising, until it became clear that the household was reaching a breaking point. Someone begged the lady of the house to drop the food, to stop this cycle of self-destruction. It was as if she was trying to eat until the end of her days. Why? What had changed? Suddenly, the tone shifted. A new energy, or perhaps a new delusion, had arrived. She was thin, or so she claimed. The nightmare continued, a cycle of self-reflection and personal struggle. She sang of her roots, of a life changing fast, of a single mother who worked too hard, loved her children, and never stopped. She was a survivor, with gentle hands and the heart of a fighter. Yet, despite these declarations, the children were hungry and asked for pancakes. The answer was a firm refusal. Power smoothies were the order of the day, followed by a power walk. The power walk was met with skepticism. "Forget your power cane," someone remarked. The tension remained, a delicate balance between the desire for health and the reality of their existence. When she arrived, she told them to stop their complaints and eat a donut. The irony was not lost on anyone. The focus of their lives had become the gym and the new lifestyle. Her trainer, Jordan, was the center of her world. He was more than a trainer. He was a guide for her existence, dictating what she wore and what movies she watched. It was a bizarre development, one that left her friends and family questioning her sanity. She claimed they had the same sense of humor, that they found the same things hilarious, regardless of whether it was a man playing a dog or a man playing Santa Claus. She wanted everyone to meet Jordan. She wanted her best girlfriend to meet her best boyfriend. The word boyfriend hung in the air, a slip of the tongue that revealed more than she intended. She denied it immediately, but the damage was done. The gym became the place to be, and she would not skip it, even for a romantic lunch. Her partner, left behind, felt dismissed and ignored. He was hurt not because he lacked affection, but because his place in her life seemed to be fading into the background. He sought counsel, hoping for clarity. He felt that she might be having an affair. The suggestion was met with doubt, for she was not known for her ability to keep secrets. If she were truly having an affair, everyone would know. Yet the fear persisted. Was this new, thin version of herself capable of something he never thought possible? He felt weak and foolish for even considering it, but the vulnerability was genuine. She was off to her power walk, a sight that amused onlookers. The entire obsession with fitness had made everyone act like lunatics. It was as if there was a great sale on false teeth, and everyone was rushing to get them. The father believed that the man who had created her new body was looking for something more. And why would he not? Men were described, in the heat of the moment, as animals, as dogs who only cared about hot women. It was a cynical view, born of insecurity and the fear of loss. He tried to explain that he had changed, that he had become a mature, stable individual. His daughter was not convinced. The mystery of the trainer deepened. Was there something going on? Or was it just the product of an overactive imagination? They decided to investigate, to go down to the gym and see for themselves. The gym was a world of its own, full of beautiful people. It was a place where they looked at each other with a mixture of admiration and judgment. They watched as she worked out, her body toned and her spirit high. The trainer, Jordan, was there, encouraging her, pushing her to be even better. They saw them stretch, a sight that caused confusion and concern. Was this necessary? Was it legal? It seemed more than a simple workout. They left the gym, their questions unanswered. Was it an affair? Was it just fitness? They confronted her, and the truth came out. Jordan was gay. The relief was palpable, followed by a wave of embarrassment. He had not been touching her. He had been arranging her. The resolution brought a moment of peace, but also a moment of self-reflection. She realized that she had been pushy and obnoxious, that she had been consumed by her own desire to be the center of attention. She had been the same Barbara Jean all along, but she had let the attention change her. Her partner admitted that he had hoped to find her doing something wrong, just so he could feel superior to her. It was a moment of brutal honesty, and it served to bring them close. Jordan. Barbara Jean quickly motioned between the two of them. Jordan, this is my friend, Reba. Hey, I am Jordan, he said, extending a very strong-looking hand. I am Reba, she replied, shaking it tentatively. Jordan gave her a quick, appraising look. So, you going to join us, Reba? Reba stepped back, holding her hands up in defense. Oh, I do not know. I just think that me and my fellows will just watch for a while. Jordan chuckled warmly. Well, Reba, you are not going to get into shape by just watching. You need to sweat a little. Yeah, but you guys have to understand, it has been a while since I have been in a gymnasium like this, and I do not think. Hello, there, Jordan suddenly said, turning his attention entirely back to Barbara Jean. He gently guided her back onto the mat. Barbara Jean, you really are getting limber. Remember when you could not put your leg over my head? Reba gasped, her eyes going wide. Remember when I did not want to? She muttered to herself, horrified. She watched as Jordan helped Barbara Jean into a deeply complex stretching position. Is that legal? I mean, necessary? Jordan did not even look up. It is critical to stretch the muscles out before you exercise them. Yeah. Otherwise, you could really hurt something. Turn over. Barbara Jean flipped onto her stomach, looking completely relaxed. Reba, you need to watch this one. This one is my favorite. Jordan knelt beside her. All right, now, this gives a good stretch to the back and chest muscles. Really should do this once a day. Oh, I would do it all day if I could. Barbara Jean sighed happily. Reba felt a bead of sweat roll down her forehead. She started fanning herself with her hand. You know, is this one of these gymnasiums that has the heat on real high? I am sweating. Okay. Oh, wow. Time for some weightlifting. Oh, good. That is enough of that stretching. Hello. Okay. Jordan stood up, dusting off his hands. Knock this out. Yeah, okay. All right. Reba backed away slowly, eager to escape the display. You know, I think I have seen enough. Jordan smiled at her again. So, what do you think? You have any interest in getting a personal trainer? Only if he takes me out to dinner first. Reba shot back defensively. Barbara Jean sat up, looking concerned. Are you sure, Reba? Seriously, this is one of the best relationships I have ever had. Reba swallowed hard. Oh, I think Jordan has his hands full with you. Oh, you are a beginner, Reba? Barbara Jean said brightly. You will start with ... Yeah. A woman who appeared to be made entirely of granite walked over. She was taller than Jordan and possessed muscles that Reba did not even know existed on the human body. "This is Reba," Jordan introduced her. "She seems a little tense. I would spend some extra time on the stretching." Dot cracked her knuckles. "Hey, get down there." An hour later, Reba returned to her house. Her muscles ached in places she did not want to think about, and her mind was racing with everything she had witnessed. Brock was pacing holes into the living room carpet, waiting for her. "So, did you see him?" Brock demanded the moment she walked through the door. "What is he like? Is he little? Could I take him?" Reba fell onto the couch, groaning. "He is big, but he is not as big as Dot." Brock knelt in front of her, his face a mask of desperation. "So, what do you think? Is there something going on there?" Reba rubbed her temples, trying to find the right words. "Look, Brock. I was hoping that I could go down to the gymnasium and check things out and come back and tell you that there is nothing to worry about. But that is it," Brock whispered, his voice cracking. "Reba, come on," he pleaded, grabbing her arm. Reba looked at him, feeling a deep sense of pity. "Okay, I do not know if they are having an affair or not, but if they keep working out like that, they might be having a baby." Brock stood up, running his hands through his hair wildly. "Man, I knew there was something going on." At that exact moment, the front door swung open. Barbara Jean practically floated into the room, glowing with post-workout endorphins. "Hey, everybody. I am here, and I am saying, well," she spotted her husband. "Oh, hi, honey." Brock glared at her, his posture rigid. "Do not you hi, honey me." Barbara Jean stopped in her tracks, her smile fading into genuine confusion. "What are you talking about?" "Oh, man," Brock scoffed, pacing back and forth. "Did you honestly think that I would not find out about you and Jordan?" Barbara Jean looked appalled. "What? We were working out. It was perfectly innocent." Brock turned to Reba. "Reba, tell him what you saw." Reba sank deeper into the couch cushions, wanting to disappear. "I do not want to get involved." "She said you are having an affair," Brock accused, pointing a trembling finger at Barbara Jean. "Any more than I already am," Reba muttered under her breath. Barbara Jean crossed her arms, her posture perfectly straight. "Okay, Jordan and I are not having an affair. He is gay." The room fell completely silent. Brock stopped pacing, his mouth hanging slightly open. "What?" Barbara Jean looked at Reba, an expression of total disbelief on her face. "Reba, do you honestly think I would let a straight man grab my breasts?" Brock choked on his own breath. "Excuse me, he grabbed your breasts? He is gay." "He was not touching them," Barbara Jean clarified, rolling her eyes in exasperation. "He was arranging them. Carry on with your lives." Brock seemed completely deflated, the wind entirely knocked out of his sails. But Barbara Jean was not finished. She turned her full attention to Reba, her eyes blazing with sudden hurt. "No, Reba, everything is not fine," Barbara Jean said, her voice shaking slightly. "I had no idea you were so threatened by the new me. The slim waist, the toned legs, the phallus." "The phallus," Reba repeated, confused. "The girls," Barbara Jean corrected herself. "Oh, the puppies." Reba stood up, squaring her shoulders. "I am not threatened by you." "Really?" Barbara Jean challenged, stepping closer. "Yeah, then why did you go down to the gymnasium? What were you spying on me?" Reba hesitated. "No. Okay. Yes. I went down to the gymnasium because I thought there was something going on between you and Jordan." "Why would you think that?" Barbara Jean asked, genuinely hurt. Reba took a deep breath, letting her own frustrations spill over. "Because you have changed. You have not. Yes, you have. Ever since you lost all that weight. You are pushy and obnoxious, and you always want to be the center of attention." Barbara Jean looked deeply offended. Hello? I have always been that way. Brock, standing quietly on the sidelines, nodded slowly. She kind of has a point there. Reba ignored him. Yeah, well, something has changed, Barbara Jean. Barbara Jean's expression softened, a glimmer of understanding dawning in her eyes. Yeah, the way you guys look at me, I am still the same Barbara Jean I always was. I am just less winded. Reba looked at the floor, suddenly feeling very foolish. I know she might be right. Could be us. Brock stepped forward, placing a gentle hand on Barbara Jean's shoulder. I am sorry, honey. Reba just got me all worked up. That is. Reba cut him off, knowing she owed the woman an honest apology. Look, Barbara Jean. The truth is I think I went down to the gymnasium almost hoping that I would find you doing something wrong. You know, anything. So I could feel superior to you and your skinny body. So, I am sorry. Barbara Jean stared at her for a long moment. Then, a massive, radiant smile spread across her face. Sorry? Yeah. This is great. Reba looked at her, completely confused. For the first time since we have known each other, you want to be me. I do not want to be you, Reba protested quickly. I know, Barbara Jean squealed, clapping her hands together joyfully. It is even better. You want to look like me. She spun around, practically skipping toward the door. Hey, where are you going? Brock asked. Just going to go grab something to eat, Barbara Jean called over her shoulder. I will see you next year. Upstairs, the house was quiet. Van was sitting on the edge of the bed in their bedroom, staring blankly at the television screen. He looked up as Cheyenne walked softly into the room. Hey, buddy. What are Van's eyes filled with sudden, happy tears? Really? Yeah. Van nodded, reaching up to gently brush a tear from her cheek. You are beautiful to me because of who you are. Cheyenne sniffled, a wobbly smile breaking across her face. I feel kind of stupid. Van grinned, leaning in close. That is also who you are, and I love it. He stood up, offering her his hand. Come on, you. Cheyenne took his hand, letting him pull her up from the bed. Where are we going? Oh, we are going upstairs, Van said, leading her toward the door. Cheyenne stopped, pulling back slightly with a confused frown. Hold on. I thought you did not want me to leave you alone. Van turned back to look at her, a wicked, loving twinkle in his eye. Sometimes I want to feel new pretty. The morning sun filtered through the kitchen window, casting a bright and cheerful glow over a scene of absolute culinary devastation. Reba stood near the large kitchen island, her hands planted firmly on her hips, her eyes scanning the empty pantry shelves and the barren countertops. That woman is out of control, Reba stated, her voice a mixture of awe and sheer frustration. She is like a locust. She has eaten everything in the house. Van, her son-in-law, leaned against the refrigerator, holding a completely hollowed-out cereal box upside down just to prove a point. She has eaten everything in Mr. H's house, too. Look, even the salt and pepper shakers are empty. He shook the small glass containers, and not a single grain rattled inside. Why do you not just tell her she has eaten too much? Reba sighed, pinching the bridge of her nose. You tell her. No, you tell her. Van shot back, his eyes widening in panic at the thought of confronting the bottomless pit that had taken over their lives. He turned to Reba's youngest son. Rock, paper, scissors. Ben, you know you are going to lose. Ben, standing across the kitchen with a determined look on his face, balled his fists. Not this time. 1, 2, 3. They threw their hands out. Van's hand was flat like paper. Ben's fingers were formed into a V shape. Dang it, Ben groaned, dropping his hand in defeat. How do you always beat me? Van chuckled, a triumphant grin spreading across his face. Because you always pick scissors. Of course I do, it is my system, Ben argued defensively. He looked up at Van. So you will tell her? Van's smile vanished instantly. Yeah, fine. No, I do not want to. He turned back to his mother-in-law, his voice taking on a pleading, desperate tone. You tell her. Come on, you tell her. Please, please, please. Reba crossed her arms. No, Ben, why should I tell her? Because girls can say that kind of stuff without having to come across like all they care about are looks. Van explained, his logic twisted but somehow perfectly suited for his brain. He paused, looking Reba up and down with a sudden, charming smile. By the way, you have been looking hot lately. Reba rolled her eyes, though a tiny, involuntary smile tugged at the corner of her mouth. Oh, you. She took a deep breath, resigning herself to her fate as the responsible adult in the room. Look, sweetie, why do I not tell her? Thank you. Van breathed a sigh of immense relief. Suddenly, the front door swung open, and Reba's mother bustled into the room, her arms wrapped around a large, flat cardboard box. Hey, guess who Luigi gave the free pizza to? Luigi does not have to roll it out of the bed every morning. Reba walked over, looking at the grease stains on the box. You know, Mom, we really do not need another pizza. I mean, it is really just the three of us. Oh, I know, but I had to take it, her mother insisted, setting the box down on the counter with a heavy thud. It was free. Somebody will eat it. Van's eyes lit up like a child on Christmas morning. Dibs? Reba held up a hand, stopping Van in his tracks. You know what, Mom? I am thinking maybe we should all try and get a little healthier around here. Her mother looked deeply offended. What are you talking about? I am very healthy. Before Reba could argue, the sound of heavy, deliberate footsteps echoed from the hallway. A woman stumbled into the kitchen, clutching a half-eaten pastry. All right, that is it, Mrs. H. Drop it, Van commanded, pointing a stern finger at the pastry. Drop it, Mrs. H. Drop it, drop it, drop it, drop it. Mrs. H looked at the pastry, then at Van, a look of profound sorrow on her face. Mrs. H, I cannot stand to see you do this to yourself, Van continued, his voice softening into genuine concern. It is like you are trying to eat yourself to death. Why? What happened to you? What is different? Before Mrs. H could answer, the front door burst open again. A loud, exuberant voice echoed through the living room, vibrating with an energy that demanded immediate attention. You who? I am here, and I am thin. Reba closed her eyes, letting out a long, slow breath. It was Barbara Jean. Van peeked around the corner, his jaw practically hitting the floor. Yeah, thin is a stick, and dumb is one. Yikes, what is eating Cooper grape? Look at that. They look like the number 10. Reba slowly opened her eyes. Oh, thank heaven it was just a nightmare. You who? I am here, and I am thin. The voice called out again, louder this time. And the nightmare continues, Reba muttered softly to herself. Barbara Jean practically danced into the kitchen. She was wearing tight athletic wear that highlighted a dramatic weight loss. Her hair was perfectly styled, and she possessed a radiant, almost overwhelming level of confidence. She was humming a triumphant tune, completely oblivious to the stunned silence of the room. Ben tugged on Reba's sleeve. Mom, make us some pancakes. Reba shook her head, staring at Barbara Jean. No, I am making everyone a power smoothie. And this afternoon, I am taking a power walk. Her mother scoffed from across the room. Power walk? Oh, forget your power cane. Van, that is not nice. Cheyenne, Reba's daughter, said as she walked into the room, rubbing her tired eyes. Mom does aerobics. She could shatter her hip? Van pointed out, completely missing the supportive tone his wife was trying to set. Reba glared at him. And yet, in the blink of an eye, I can make you both homeless. Barbara Jean did a little spin in the center of the kitchen. Hey, everybody. I am here and I am. Oh, shut up and have a donut, Reba snapped playfully, handing her a green concoction from the blender. Barbara Jean delicately pushed the glass away. Oh, Reba, you are not still trying to lose weight by drinking those power smoothies, are you? Jordan, my trainer, says that those are loaded with hidden carbohydrates. Reba leaned against the counter, crossing her arms. Barbara Jean, I am all for adopting a healthy new lifestyle, but seriously, I mean, there has to be some sort of... She paused, noticing Van staring openly at Barbara Jean. Reba snapped her fingers in front of his face. Will you stop staring at her? Van blinked, snapping out of his trance. What? We have been staring at her for like the past 2 hours. Well, she is pretty. Barbara Jean beamed, placing her hands on her newly defined hips. I am pretty. Well, of course you are, Reba said, trying to be supportive despite her lingering annoyance. You have always been pretty, but she is new pretty. Van nodded enthusiastically. Oh, Van, that is such a funny story you can tell to your next wife, Reba warned him softly. Barbara Jean turned to Van, her eyes fluttering. Van, you really think that I am new pretty? Oh, yeah, Van said, completely oblivious to his wife standing right next to him. You are like a bleached-out Halle Berry. Thank you, Barbara Jean giggled. You are welcome, Van replied. I am going to go make some calls. As Van walked away, Ben looked up at Barbara Jean, his youthful curiosity getting the better of him. So, Barbara Jean. Yeah. Is it true that when you lose a bunch of weight you want to do, bounce? Ka bounce. Cheyenne gasped, her face flushing bright red. Van? She yelled after her husband, realizing where her little brother had heard such a phrase. Van poked his head back into the kitchen, looking at Cheyenne with a reassuring smile. Hey, get down there. Reba swallowed hard, realizing she had made a terrible mistake coming to the gym. When Reba finally returned home, she found Brock pacing the living room floor again, looking like a caged animal. The moment she walked through the door, he pounced on her. So, did you see him? Brock demanded, his eyes wild with desperate curiosity. What is he like? Is he little? Could I take him? Reba dropped her purse onto the table and sank onto the couch, feeling utterly exhausted. He is big, but he is not as big as Dot. Brock ignored the reference to Dot, entirely focused on his rival. So, what do you think? Is there something going on there? Reba rubbed her temples, a massive headache beginning to form. Look, Brock. I was hoping that I could go down to the gym and check things out and come back and tell you that there is nothing to worry about. But... Brock's face went pale. He stood frozen in the middle of the room. That is it. Reba, come on. Okay, Reba admitted slowly, choosing her words with extreme care. I do not know if they are having an affair or not, but if they keep working out like that, they might be having a baby. Brock's eyes widened in sheer panic. Man, I knew there was something going on. Just then, the front door swung open, and Barbara Jean breezed into the house, still glowing from her workout. Hey, everybody. I am here and I am saying, well, oh hi, honey. Brock turned to face her, his posture rigid with righteous anger. Do not you hi honey me. Barbara Jean stopped, her cheerful expression faltering. What are you talking about? Oh man, Brock groaned, throwing his hands up in the air. Did you honestly think that I would not find out about you and Jordan? Barbara Jean looked genuinely confused. What? We were working out. It was perfectly innocent. She looked over at Reba, seeking backup. Reba, tell him what you saw. Reba held up her hands, sinking deeper into the couch cushions. I do not want to get involved. Brock pointed an accusing finger at his wife. She said you are having an affair. Barbara Jean gasped, pressing a hand to her chest. Any more than I already am. She took a step toward Brock, her voice firm and clear. Okay, Jordan and I are not having an affair. He is gay. The room fell completely silent. Brock lowered his hands slowly, blinking in shock. What? Barbara Jean turned to Reba, a look of profound incredulity on her face. Reba, do you honestly think I would let a straight man grab my breasts? Brock choked on his own spit. Excuse me, he grabbed your breasts. He is gay, Barbara Jean repeated, as if this explained everything perfectly. He was not touching them. He was arranging them. Carry on with your lives. Brock stood there, his mouth opening and closing like a fish out of water. He had no idea how to process this information. Barbara Jean, however, was not finished. She turned her full attention to Reba, her hands resting firmly on her newly slim hips. No, Reba, everything is not fine. I had no idea you were so threatened by the new me. The slim waist, the toned legs, the phallus. Reba looked up, utterly confused by the accusation. The phallus. The girls, Barbara Jean clarified, gesturing vaguely. Oh, the puppies. Reba stood up, crossing her arms defensively. I am not threatened by you. Really? Barbara Jean challenged, raising an eyebrow. Yeah. Then why did you go down to the gym? Barbara Jean demanded, taking a step closer. What, were you spying on me? Reba hesitated, feeling the guilt wash over her. No. Okay. Yes. I went down to the gym because I thought there was something going on between you and Jordan. Barbara Jean looked deeply hurt, her eyes shining with unshed tears. Why would you think that?
Reba sejt. Letting her arms drop to her sides.
She looked at her friend, seeing past the new clothes and the lost weight to the person underneath. Because you have changed. I have not, Barbara Jean protested immediately. Yes, you have, Reba insisted gently but firmly. Ever since you lost all that weight, you are pushy and obnoxious, and you always want to be the center of attention. Barbara Jean stared at her for a long moment. Hello? I have always been that way. From the corner of the room, Brock quietly cleared his throat. She kind of got a point there. Reba ignored him, keeping her focus on Barbara Jean. Yeah, well, something has changed, Barbara Jean. Barbara Jean's shoulders slumped slightly. The bravado faded, leaving a quiet vulnerability in its wake. Yeah. The way you guys look at me, I am still the same Barbara Jean I always was. I am just less winded. The truth of her words hung in the air, heavy and undeniable. Reba realized with a pang of guilt that Barbara Jean was right. She was exactly the same person she had always been, loud, dramatic, overly friendly, and endlessly well-meaning. It was their reaction to her physical transformation that had caused the friction. I know she might be right, Brock murmured, looking at the floor. Could be us. He walked over to Barbara Jean and gently took her hand. I am sorry, honey. Reba just got me all worked up. That is. He trailed off, looking sheepish. Reba took a deep breath, stepping forward. Look, Barbara Jean. The truth is I think I went down to the gym almost hoping that I would find you doing something wrong. You know, anything. So I could feel superior to you and your skinny butt. So, I am sorry. Barbara Jean looked at Reba, her eyes wide with a sudden, joyful realization. Sorry? Yeah, Reba nodded. This is great. Barbara Jean squealed, her sadness vanishing in an instant. She threw her arms out wide. For the first time since we have known each other, you want to be me. Reba recoiled slightly, correcting her immediately. I do not want to be you. I know. Barbara Jean laughed, undeterred. It is even better. You want to look like me. She clapped her hands together gleefully. Hey, where are you going? Reba turned toward the kitchen, desperate for an escape. Just going to go grab something to eat. I will see you next year. Upstairs, in a quieter corner of the house, Ben was sitting on the edge of his bed, flipping through a magazine. Van walked into the room, looking significantly more relaxed than he had earlier in the day. The revelation about the trainer had lifted a massive weight off his shoulders. "Hey, buddy, what are we watching?" Van asked, sitting down next to Ben. "No, we are not," Ben replied, closing the magazine. "Want a rock, paper, scissor for it? Let's go." Van held up his hand, ready to play. "You are going to pick scissors, are not you?" Ben asked flatly. Van paused, looking at his hand in dismay. "Get out!" he shouted, playfully shoving Ben. Meanwhile, down the hall, Cheyenne was sitting on her bed, staring into a small hand mirror. She looked unhappy, turning her head from side to side, critically examining every angle of her face. The door opened slowly, and Van walked in. "Hey, honey," Van said softly. "Hey, baby, I need to talk to you," Cheyenne said, putting the mirror down. She looked up at him, her eyes filled with a quiet insecurity. "Oh, honey, I just got the TV." Van sat down next to her, taking her hand. "Well, I started thinking that maybe you do not think of me as new pretty because I do not do enough to keep your interest." Cheyenne shook her head vigorously. "No, honey, you were way hot. Guilty." She took a deep breath, reaching behind her to pull out a shopping bag. "But anyway, I thought that maybe I should, change my look every now and then just to keep things fresh. So, I bought a wig." She pulled out a bright, unnatural-looking wig and held it up. It was a bizarre color and shape, completely at odds with her natural beauty. Van looked at the wig, then looked deep into his wife's eyes. His expression softened, filled with a deep, abiding affection. "Cheyenne, put that down." She slowly lowered the wig, looking at him uncertainly. "Listen to me," Van said, his voice quiet but filled with absolute conviction. "I think it is a good thing that when I look at you, I do not see the beautiful girl with the killer bod. I see my wife, and I am attracted to her whether she is all dressed up, ready to go out, or just sitting on the couch wearing those washed-up flannel pajamas. Cheyenne, hard to believe they are supposed to be good for you," she whispered, shuddering at the taste. Out on the front porch, the afternoon sun was beginning to set, casting long golden rays across the neighborhood. Ben was sitting on the steps, absent-mindedly tossing a baseball up in the air and catching it. Van walked out, looking deeply troubled. "Hey, Mrs. H, you off for your power walk?" Van asked, looking out toward the street, though Barbara Jean was nowhere in sight. He sighed heavily, sitting down next to Ben. "Man, I love old people. Power walking, moving along, swinging their arms, like there is a big sale for false teeth." Ben caught the baseball and held it. "No, I am not going for my power walk." He looked at Van, noting the older man's stressed expression. "This whole physical thing is getting everybody acting wacko." "What do you mean?" Van asked, resting his elbows on his knees. Ben leaned back against the porch railing. "Well, your dad thinks that the guy who gave Barbara Jean her new body is wanting to take a forespin." Van nodded slowly, understanding dawning on his face. "He probably does. What are you talking about? Guys are pigs. They are dogs. They are all animals." He looked out into the distance, his voice dropping to a serious whisper. "They just care about hot women. They are hot dogs." Ben turned to look at him, unimpressed by the profound analogy. "My point is that when you got a hot lady, you got to keep your guard up at all times." "I used to," Van admitted quietly, staring down at his hands. Cheyenne, who had been listening from the open window, suddenly pushed the screen open. "You used to?" she demanded, her voice sharp with hurt. Van jumped up, immediately backpedaling. "No, baby, do not take it like that. It is just that I have grown into a mature, stable individual. That is all." Cheyenne glared at him through the screen. "Well, Do not. Like it. She slammed the window shut with a resounding bang. Van stood there for a moment, looking miserable. He turned back to Ben. Where have you been? I went to get something to eat, Ben said simply, tossing the ball up again. So, Ben, you think that Brock might be right about this trainer? Ben considered the question carefully. Sure, this guy could be hot for Barbara Jean, but since Barbara Jean is not looking to play, there is no problem, and it is obvious Barbara Jean is not looking. Van looked desperate for some logical reassurance. Why is this obvious? 2 reasons, Ben explained, holding up 2 fingers. Barbara Jean is not good at keeping secrets, and she thinks of you as her best friend. If she were fooling around with this guy, she would be constantly talking about him to you. Heck, she would probably even want you to meet him. Van's eyes widened. The realization hit him like a physical blow. He stood up abruptly. Meet him? Oh, where are you going? Ben asked, watching Van rush toward the door. Go down to the gym with the rest of the wackos, Van declared over his shoulder. Ben smirked, tossing the baseball one last time. All right, well, keep those arms a-swinging. The gym was a loud, intimidating cathedral of sweat, pumping bass music, and gleaming chrome equipment. Mirrors lined every wall, reflecting back dozens of perfectly toned bodies lifting, running, and stretching. Reba walked through the glass double doors, feeling entirely out of place in her casual day clothes. She clutched her purse tightly against her side, her eyes darting around the cavernous room. Oh, hey, Reba, you came. Reba turned to see Barbara Jean waving enthusiastically from the center of the room. She was standing next to a very tall, incredibly muscular man with a perfectly chiseled jawline and a brilliant, white smile. Yeah, Reba said, walking over slowly. She looked around at the pristine environment and the very fit clientele. Man, there is a lot of beautiful people around here. Barbara Jean laughed loudly, a booming sound that echoed over the thumping music. You should see them naked in the shower. Reba stopped dead in her tracks, her eyes wide. The tall man stepped forward, offering a dazzling smile. Hey, Jordan. Hey, Reba replied, still slightly shell-shocked. Jordan turned his attention back to his client. Ready to start, Barbara Jean? Yeah, Barbara Jean agreed eagerly. Jordan looked her up and down approvingly. Hey, you look great in that outfit. Barbara Jean preened under the compliment, smoothing down the fabric of her leggings. Oh, well, the other woman is getting kind of baggy. She gestured toward Reba, leaning in to whisper loudly to Jordan. Can you believe her? She did the impossible. She lost all that weight and kept these fellas. She pointed enthusiastically at her own chest. Oh. Reba coughed loudly, her face burning with second-hand embarrassment. Okay, Jordan, this is my friend, Reba. Jordan reached out and shook Reba's hand with a firm, energetic grip. Hey, I am Jordan. I am Reba, she replied, trying to pull her hand back. So, you going to join us, Reba? Jordan asked, his enthusiasm completely unrestrained. Reba took a step back, shaking her head vigorously. Oh, I do not know. I just think that me and my fellows will just watch for a while. Jordan crossed his massive arms, looking at her sternly. Well, Reba, you are not going to get into shape by just watching. You need to sweat a little. Yeah, but you guys got to understand, Reba stammered, feeling increasingly cornered. It has been a while since I have been in a gym like this, and I do not think. Hello, there, Jordan interrupted smoothly, turning back to Barbara Jean. Barbara Jean, you really are getting limber. Remember when you could not put your leg over my head? Barbara Jean giggled, a girlish, delighted sound. Remember when I did not want to? Reba's jaw dropped. She watched in stunned silence as Jordan smoothly lifted Barbara Jean's leg and placed it high up on his shoulder, stretching her hamstring with an intense, focused energy. Is that legal? Reba stammered, looking around to see if anyone else was witnessing this display. I mean, necessary? It is critical to stretch the muscles out before you exercise them, Jordan explained professionally, not taking his eyes off Barbara Jean's form. Yeah, otherwise you could really hurt something. He gently lowered her leg. Turn over. Barbara Jean complied happily, lying face down on a padded mat. She looked up at Reba with a bright smile. Reba, you need to watch this one. This one is my favorite. Jordan stepped over Barbara Jean, straddling her back. He reached down, grabbing her arms and pulling them back firmly. All right, now this gives a good stretch to the back and chest muscles. Reba watched, her eyes practically bugging out of her head. Really should do this once a day, Jordan advised casually. Barbara Jean sighed contentedly. Oh, I would do it all day if I could. Reba tugged at the collar of her shirt, feeling suddenly very overheated. You know, is this one of these gyms that has the heat on real high? I am sweating. Okay. Jordan released Barbara Jean and stood up, clapping his hands together. Oh wow, time for some weightlifting. Reba let out a massive sigh of relief. Oh good, that is enough of that stretching. She watched them move toward the free weights, the sheer intimacy of their interaction making her incredibly uncomfortable. Hello. Okay, knock this out. Yeah, okay, all right. She took a deep breath and grabbed her purse firmly. You know, I think I have seen enough. Jordan paused, holding a heavy dumbbell. So what do you think? You have any interest in getting a personal trainer? Reba looked at him, then at Barbara Jean. Only if he takes me out to dinner first. Are you sure, Reba? Barbara Jean asked sincerely, coming over to stand next to her. Seriously, this is one of the best relationships I have ever had. Reba forced a tight smile. Oh, I think Jordan has his hands full with you. Oh, you are a beginner, Reba? Barbara Jean noted, assessing her with a critical eye. You will start with Dot. Yeah. This is Reba. She seems a little tense. I would spend some extra time on the stretching. A massive, incredibly muscular woman with a stern expression and short, spiky hair marched over. She looked Reba up and down, her jaw set. Reba turned the blender on with a loud, aggressive whir. No, I am making everyone a power smoothie. And this afternoon, I am taking a power walk. Van let out a short, scoffing laugh. Power walk? Oh, forget your power cane. Cheyenne entered just in time to hear the remark. She smacked Van lightly on the arm. Van, that is not nice. Mom does aerobics. She could shatter her hip. Reba poured the thick, green sludge into a tall glass, leveling a stern glare at her daughter and son-in-law. And yet, in the blink of an eye, I can make you both homeless. Just then, Brock, Reba's ex-husband and Barbara Jean's current husband, walked into the house. He looked harried, his tie slightly askew. Hey, everybody, he said, offering a generic wave. Barbara Jean immediately struck another pose, thrusting a hip out. I am here and I am. Oh, shut up and have a donut, Brock snapped, grabbing a pastry from a box on the counter and taking a massive bite. He looked at Reba, ignoring his glowing wife. Oh, Reba, you are not still trying to lose weight by drinking those power smoothies, are you? Barbara Jean gasped, stepping forward and placing a hand on Reba's arm. Jordan, my trainer, says that those are loaded with hidden carbs. Reba pulled her arm away, looking at the green drink with sudden suspicion. Barbara Jean, I am all for adopting a healthy new lifestyle. But seriously, I mean, there has to be some sort of... Reba stopped mid-sentence. She noticed that Van and Ben were staring openly at Barbara Jean, their mouths slightly agape. Will you stop staring at her? Van blinked, snapping out of his trance. What? We have been staring at her for, like, the past 2 hours. Ben nodded in agreement. Well, she is pretty. Barbara Jean beamed, soaking in the attention like a sponge. I am pretty. Reba sighed, pinching the bridge of her nose. Well, of course you are. You have always been pretty. But she is new pretty. Cheyenne crossed her arms, shooting her mother a look of annoyance. Oh, Van. That is such a funny story you can tell to your next wife. Van turned to Cheyenne, completely oblivious to her sarcastic tone. Van, you really think that I am new pretty? Cheyenne asked, fishing for a compliment. Van looked at his wife, then back at Barbara Jean. Oh, yeah, he said earnestly to Barbara Jean. You are like a bleached-out Halle Berry. Barbara Jean giggled, blushing deeply. Thank you. You are welcome, Van said proudly. He patted his pockets. I am going to go make some calls. He wandered out of the kitchen, leaving a trail of awkward silence in his wake. Ben leaned against the counter, looking at Barbara Jean with a mischievous glint in his eye. So, Barbara Jean. Yeah? She asked brightly. Is it true that when you lose a bunch of weight, you want to do, you know? Ben made a vague, bouncing motion with his hands. Bounce, ka-bounce. Van! Cheyenne yelled, deeply offended by the entire conversation. Van popped his head back into the kitchen, looking alarmed. Oh, Cheyenne. Do not be upset. You are still hot. You are like a bleached-out Jan Brady. January Jan Brady. Cheyenne's face crumpled in horror. I am Marcia. Marcia, 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 she wailed, storming out of the kitchen in a huff. Barbara Jean turned to Reba, completely unfazed by the familial drama erupting around her. So, Reba, I got an idea. You should come down to the gym and meet Jordan, my trainer. She clasped her hands together in excitement. Seriously, he will change your life. I mean, he is so much more than a personal trainer. He taught me how to work out and eat right. Reba took a cautious sip of her smoothie and tried not to grimace. Is that right? Oh, absolutely, Barbara Jean gushed, leaning closer. We go over the clothes I am going to wear, the movies I am going to see. Reba raised an eyebrow, setting her glass down. Whoa, the movies you are going to see? What has that got to do with you getting in shape? Barbara Jean waved a dismissive hand, laughing airily. Oh, nothing. We just have the same sense of humor. That Tim Allen just kills us. I mean, whether he is playing a dog or Santa Claus, you just buy it. She paused, her eyes sparkling with hope. So, you will come meet Jordan? No, Reba said flatly. Barbara Jean pouted, her lower lip jutting out. Oh, come on, Reba. I want my best girlfriend to meet my best boyfriend. She gasped suddenly, clapping a hand over her mouth. Boyfriend? Oh, whoops. That came out wrong. Oh. Reba stared at her, a knot of unease forming in her stomach. Well, thanks anyway. But I am just going to be here with my smoothie. She took another sip, grimacing openly this time. Delicious. Just like fruit gravy. Later that afternoon, Reba was still in the kitchen, trying to find something to eat that did not taste like lawn clippings. She heard the front door open and close, followed by the sound of light footsteps. Oh, hey, Barbara Jean, Reba called out, wiping down the counter. Here you are. Listen, how would you like to go out and grab a quick lunch? Just the two of us. Barbara Jean appeared in the doorway, already dressed in another stylish athletic outfit, carrying a bright pink gym bag. Oh, honey, I cannot. I am going to the gym. Reba leaned against the counter, genuinely wanting to spend some time with her friend. Well, cannot you skip it just this once? Come on. I will take you to that romantic French place you like so much. Barbara Jean stopped, looking genuinely torn. Really? Skip the gym and eat French food? She hesitated for a moment, then shook her head firmly. No can fondue bras. With a bright wave, She turned and marched out the door, leaving Reba alone in the quiet kitchen. A few hours later, Brock walked into the house, looking even more stressed than he had that morning. He found Reba in the living room, folding laundry. He immediately started pacing back and forth across the rug, his hands running nervously through his hair. "Man, she blew me off again," Brock complained loudly, stopping to glare out the window. "All she wants to do is go down to the gym and spend time with Jordan." Reba calmly folded a towel and placed it on the stack. "Her trainer." "Exactly," Brock said, pointing a finger at Reba as if she had just cracked a complex code. "Frankly, I like the new but the new attitude not so much." Reba let out a dry chuckle. "Oh, that is really funny coming from the old butt." Brock ignored the insult, too consumed by his own paranoia. "Jordan is so great. Jordan is so toned and funny." "Well, I got news for you. Nobody is toned and funny." Reba sighed, setting down a shirt. "Brock, you are overreacting." "Oh, really?" Brock challenged, stopping his pacing to stand directly in front of her. "Yeah, I think she might be having an affair with this guy." Reba looked at him in genuine surprise. "Barbara Jean with her trainer?" Brock nodded miserably, his shoulders slumping. "I mean, sure, he is probably a better man than you are, better looking and younger. But—" Reba held up a hand, stopping his self-pity spiral. "That is it. Reba, I need you to help me out. I want you to go down to the gym and see if there is anything going on. You know, spy on him for me?" Brock pleaded, his eyes begging her. "No way," Reba refused instantly, shaking her head. "You know, Barbara Jean may have a long list of faults, and I have that list if you need a copy. But she is nothing if not faithful." Brock scoffed, crossing his arms tight across his chest. "Yeah, right, up until now. But now that she is thin and hot, she has all kinds of options." Reba stood up, looking her ex-husband squarely in the eye. "Look, Brock, if it is worrying you that much, be honest with her. Tell her how you feel. Tell her that you just need a hug every now and then." Brock stared at her for a long moment, then let out a sharp, bitter laugh. "Oh, now there is a great idea. See? Why, since my competition is a macho, muscular dude, I should go the other way and appear all weak and whiny." He threw his hands up in the air in frustration. "Your solutions are ridiculous, Reba. Makes me to spy on those. Stupid." He trailed off, muttering under his breath as he stomped out of the room. Reba watched him go, shaking her head. She picked up her green smoothie, which had been sitting on the coffee table, and took a small sip. The morning sun filtered through the kitchen window, casting long, lazy shadows across the scuffed linoleum floor. The house, usually a bastion of comforting smells and familiar clutter, felt unusually empty. Specifically, the pantry felt empty. Cheyenne stood in front of the open refrigerator, her shoulders slumped in a posture of profound defeat. She stared into the barren expanse, hoping against hope that a rogue block of cheese or a forgotten yogurt might magically materialize if she just looked hard enough. "That woman is out of control," Cheyenne muttered, shaking her head as she closed the refrigerator door with a hollow thud. She turned to her husband, Van, who was leaning against the kitchen island with an expression of bewildered hunger. "She is like a locust. She has eaten everything in the house." Van sighed, crossing his arms over his chest. He looked over at the dining table, his eyes narrowing in disbelief. "She has eaten everything in Mr. H's house. Look, even the salt and pepper shakers are empty." He walked over and picked up the small glass shakers, turning them upside down. Not a single grain fell out. He looked back at Cheyenne, his brow furrowed. "Why do not you just tell her she has eaten too much?" Cheyenne's eyes widened in horror at the very suggestion. Confrontation was not exactly her strong suit, especially not with the woman in question. "You tell her," she countered quickly. pointing a manicured finger at him. No, you tell her. Van shot back, his voice rising in mild panic. Before the debate could escalate into a full-blown marital squabble, Cheyenne's younger brother, Ben, strolled into the kitchen. He was a boy who carried himself with an unearned confidence, casually observing the chaos of his family with a wry smile. Cheyenne saw her out. Rock, paper, scissors, she declared, looking squarely at Van. Ben, you know you are going to lose. Van puffed out his chest, completely missing the fact that Cheyenne was talking to Ben. Not him. Not this time, Van said confidently, raising his fist. Ben rolled his eyes but played along. 1, 2, 3, they chanted in unison. Van threw his hand out, forming a pair of scissors with his index and middle fingers. Ben calmly presented a flat hand for paper. Cheyenne threw a solid rock, smashing Van's imaginary scissors. Dang it! Van cried out, staring at his fingers as if they had betrayed him. He looked up at Cheyenne, utterly baffled. How do you always beat me? Cheyenne smiled, a mixture of pity and affection washing over her. Because you always pick scissors. Van nodded slowly, processing this information as if it were a profound tactical revelation. Of course I do, it is my system. Cheyenne seized the victory. So you will tell her? Van's face fell. The bravado vanished in an instant. Yeah, fine, he mumbled, looking down at his feet. But as the reality of the task settled in, he panicked. No, I do not want to. You tell her. Come on, you tell her, Cheyenne pleaded, stepping closer and giving him her best puppy dog eyes. Please, please, please. Ben leaned against the counter, watching the two of them with immense amusement. No, Ben, why should I tell her? Cheyenne argued, trying to pull her brother back into the line of fire. Because girls can say that kind of stuff without having to come across like all they care about are looks. She paused, turning her attention fully to Van, a soft, appreciative smile playing on her lips. By the way, you have been looking hot lately. Van's posture immediately straightened. A goofy, immensely pleased grin spread across his face. He smoothed down his shirt and winked at her. Oh, you. Cheyenne patted his arm, her manipulation complete. Look, sweetie, why do not I tell her? Thank you, Van breathed out, looking at his wife as if she had just saved him from a burning building. Just then, Reba burst through the back door, carrying a large, flat cardboard box that smelled heavily of garlic and melted cheese. She looked exhausted, her hair slightly messy from the morning rush, but there was a triumphant gleam in her eye. Hey, 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 Reba announced, setting the box down on the kitchen island with a flourish. Guess who Luigi gave the free pizza to? Cheyenne looked at the box inside. Luigi does not have to roll it out of the bed every morning. You know, Mom, we really do not need another pizza. She gestured around the kitchen. I mean, it is really just the three of us. Reba waved her hand dismissively, opening the box to reveal a perfectly golden, greasy masterpiece. Oh, I know, but I had to take it. It was free. Somebody will eat it. Before anyone could protest further, a loud voice echoed from the hallway. Oh, dibs. It was Barbara Jean. Reba's face tightened. She looked at the pizza, then at the doorway where Barbara Jean would soon appear. She took a deep breath, steeling herself. You know what, Mom? Reba said aloud, practicing her intervention tone. I am thinking maybe we should all try and get a little healthier around here. Suddenly, Barbara Jean walked into the room, but she did not look like the Barbara Jean they all knew. She looked different, vastly different. What are you talking about? Barbara Jean asked, her voice booming. I am very healthy. Reba stepped forward, a look of desperate concern on her face. All right, that is it, Mrs. H. Drop it, Mrs. H. Drop it, drop it, drop it. Reba waved her hands frantically. Drop it, Mrs. H. I cannot stand to see you do this to yourself. It is like you are trying to eat yourself to death. Why? What happened to you? What is different? Barbara Jean twirled around, throwing her arms wide in a grand, theatrical gesture. You who? I am here, and I am thin. Reba stared in absolute horror. The woman before her was not just thin. She was practically a walking skeleton. Yeah, thin as a stick and dumb as one, Reba shot back, her protective instincts flaring into harsh criticism. Van walked over, squinting at Barbara Jean. Yikes! What is eating Cooper grape? Look at that. They look like the number 10. Reba gasped, her heart pounding in her chest. The room began to spin, the faces of her family stretching and distorting into bizarre shapes. The smell of the pizza became overpowering, sickeningly sweet. Reba squeezed her eyes shut, trying to block out the horrific vision of the impossibly thin, stretched-out Barbara Jean. Reba's eyes snapped open. She shot up in bed, gasping for air. Her bedroom was dark, quiet, and completely normal. She pressed a hand to her chest, feeling her racing heartbeat begin to slow down. The sheets were twisted around her legs, damp with cold sweat. Oh, thank God, Reba whispered to the empty room, letting out a long, shaky breath. It was just a nightmare. She fell back against the pillows, running a hand through her hair. It was just a dream. A bizarre, stressful, pizza-induced dream. Nothing to worry about. Everything was perfectly fine. The next morning, the sun rose brightly over the neighborhood, promising a beautiful day. Reba was in the kitchen early, determined to start the day on a positive, healthy note. She had pulled out the blender and was tossing in various fruits, vegetables, and powders, creating a concoction that looked vaguely like freshly cut grass. Suddenly, the kitchen door swung open with a dramatic bang. You who? I am here, and I am thin. Reba froze, a handful of spinach suspended in midair. She slowly turned her head. There, standing in the doorway, was Barbara Jean, and she was undeniably spectacularly thin. She was wearing a form-fitting track suit that highlighted a figure Reba had never seen her possess before. She looked vibrant, energetic, and completely transformed. Reba stared, her mind struggling to process the reality before her. And the nightmare continues, she muttered under her breath, dropping the spinach into the blender. Barbara Jean sashayed into the kitchen, humming a cheerful tune. My roots are planted in the past, she sang loudly, spinning around the island. Though my life is changing fast, who I am is who I want to be. She struck a pose. A single mom who works too hard, who loves her kids and never stops, with gentle hands and the heart of a fighter. I am a survivor. Van walked into the kitchen, rubbing his eyes sleepily. He completely ignored Barbara Jean's theatrical performance and looked straight at Reba. Mom, make us some pancakes. Off for your power walk? Van asked, looking up with an earnest smile. Man, I love old people. Power walking, moving along, swinging their arms, like there is a big sale for false teeth. Reba stopped, giving him a withering look. No, I am not going for my power walk. This whole physical thing is getting everybody acting wacko. What do you mean? Van asked, tilting his head. Well, your dad thinks that the guy who gave Barbara Jean her new body is wanting to take a forespin. Van nodded slowly, processing the information. He probably does. What are you talking about? Guys are pigs. They are dogs. They are all animals. They just care about hot women. They are hot dogs. My point is that when you got a hot lady, you got to keep your guard up at all times. Reba stared at her son-in-law. I used to. Van's face paled. You used to? No, baby, do not take it like that. He backpedaled frantically, imagining Cheyenne walking in and hearing him. It is just that I have grown into a mature, stable individual. That is all. Cheyenne walked into the room at that exact moment, holding a magazine. Well, I do not. Like it? Where have you been? I went to get something to eat, Van offered weakly. Cheyenne narrowed her eyes, then turned to Reba. So, Ben, you think that Brock might be right about this trainer? Sure, this guy could be hot for Barber Jean, Van said, trying to sound analytical. But since Barber Jean is not looking to play, there is no problem, and it is obvious Barber Jean is not looking. Why is this obvious? Reba asked, genuinely curious. 2 reasons, Van listed on his fingers. Barber Jean is not good at keeping secrets, and she thinks of you as her best friend. If she were fooling around with this guy, she would be constantly talking about him to you. Heck, she would probably even want you to meet him. Reba froze. The memory of Barber Jean practically begging her to come to the gym and meet her boyfriend. Jordan crashed into her mind like a freight train. Meet him, Reba whispered, her eyes widening. Oh! She turned on her heel and practically sprinted toward the front door. Where are you going? Van called out after her. Go down to the gym with the rest of the wackos, Reba yelled over her shoulder, grabbing her keys. All right, Van smiled, leaning back on the couch. Well, keep those arms a-swinging. The gym was a terrifying symphony of clanking iron, thumping bass music, and the heavy breathing of incredibly attractive people. Reba stood in the doorway, feeling profoundly out of place in her casual clothing. The air smelled of expensive sports drinks and rubber flooring. Oh, hey, Reba, you came. Barber Jean's cheerful voice pierced through the mechanical hum of the treadmills. Reba walked over, keeping her head on a swivel. Yeah, man, there is a lot of beautiful people around here. You should see them naked in the shower. Barber Jean giggled, then turned to a man standing beside her. He was tall, aggressively muscular, and possessed a smile that belonged on a toothpaste billboard. Hey, Jordan. Hey, Jordan replied, his voice a smooth baritone. Ready to start, Barber Jean? Jordan asked, handing her a brightly colored towel. Yeah. Hey, you look great in that outfit, Jordan complimented her. Barber Jean beamed, smoothing down the front of her spandex top. Oh, well, you know, the other woman is getting kind of baggy. She gestured toward Reba with a playful wink. Can you believe her? She did the impossible. She lost all that weight and kept these fellas. Okay, Jordan. Reba felt her face flush, deeply uncomfortable with the topic of conversation. Jordan, this is my friend, Reba. Barber Jean introduced them. Jordan extended a massive, calloused hand. Hey, I am Jordan. Reba shook it cautiously. I am Reba. So, you going to join us, Reba? Jordan asked, gesturing to a row of empty mats. Oh, I do not know, Reba stammered, taking a step back. I just think that me and my fellows will just watch for a while. Well, Reba, you are not going to get into shape by just watching, Jordan encouraged her gently. Yeah, but you guys got to understand, it has been a while since I have been in a gym like this, and I do not think. Hello, there, Jordan suddenly said, stepping behind Barber Jean. He took hold of her arms and gently pulled them back. Barber Jean, you really are getting limber. Remember when you could not put your leg over my head? Jordan asked, his voice entirely casual. Remember when I did not want to? Barber Jean laughed. Reba's jaw unhinged. She stared at the two of them, her mind short-circuiting. Is that legal? I mean, necessary? It is critical to stretch the muscles out before you exercise them, Jordan explained. His tone completely professional despite the pretzel-like contortion he was guiding Barber Jean into. Yeah, otherwise you could really hurt something. Jordan adjusted his grip. Turn over. Barber Jean flipped onto her back. Reba, you need to watch this one, Barber Jean said brightly from the floor. This one is my favorite. Jordan leaned over her, placing his hands flat against her upper chest and shoulders, applying a firm, steady pressure. All right, now, this gives a good stretch to the back and chest muscles. Really should do this once a day. Oh, I would do it all day if I could, Barbara Jean sighed blissfully. Reba felt a bead of sweat roll down her neck. She fanned her face with her hand. You know, is this one of these gyms that has the heat on real high? I am sweating. Okay. Jordan released his hold and stood up. Oh, wow. Time for some weightlifting. Reba let out a massive sigh of relief. Oh, good. That is enough of that stretching. Hello. Okay. Knock this out. Yeah. Okay. All right. She took a deep breath, trying to regain her composure. You know, I think I have seen enough. Barbara Jean sat up, looking disappointed. So, what do you think? You have any interest in getting a personal trainer? Only if he takes me out to dinner first, Reba shot back dryly. Are you sure, Reba? Barbara Jean asked, her eyes shining with absolute sincerity. Seriously, this is one of the best relationships I have ever had. Reba looked from the glowing Barbara Jean to the statuesque Jordan. Oh, I think Jordan has his hands full with you. Oh, you are a beginner, Reba? Jordan chimed in. You will start with Dot. Dot. A woman emerged from the shadows of the free weight section. She was built like a professional wrestler, with shoulders as broad as a refrigerator and a stern, unsmiling face. Yeah, Dot bellowed, her voice echoing off the mirrors. This is Reba, Jordan smiled. She seems a little tense. I would spend some extra time on the stretching. Dot cracked her knuckles. Hey, get down there. An hour later, Reba practically limped back into her living room. Brock was pacing holes into the carpet. He stopped dead in his tracks as soon as he saw her. So, did you see him? Brock demanded, his voice vibrating with anxiety. What is he like? Is he lit? Drop it. Drop it. He stepped inside, pulling his current wife, Barbara Jean, into the kitchen. Monsieur H. I cannot stand to see you do this to yourself. It is like you are trying to eat yourself to death. Brock turned to look at her fully, suddenly pausing, his eyes narrowing in confusion. Why? What happened to you? What is different? A vision suddenly flashed before Reba's eyes. It was a terrifying, vivid daydream. In her mind's eye, the door burst open in a shower of golden glitter. Barbara Jean stepped through, practically glowing. But she was not just energetic. She was incredibly, unbelievably thin. You who? I am here, and I am thin. The imaginary Barbara Jean sang out, twirling in a tight dress. In the daydream, Reba heard her own voice reply, sharp and defensive. Yeah, thin as a stick, and dumb as one. The imaginary Barbara Jean gasped. Yikes, what is eating Cooper grape? Van's voice echoed in the vision. Look at that, they look like the number 10. Reba blinked hard, shaking her head to clear the bizarre fantasy. She gripped the edge of the kitchen counter. Oh, thank God it was just a nightmare, she muttered under her breath. But as her vision cleared, the back door swung, radiating that impossible, post-workout glow. Hey, everybody, I am here and I am saying, well, oh hi honey. Brock stood tall, his jaw set in stone. Do not you hi honey me. Barbara Jean stopped, her smile faltering. What are you talking about? Oh man, Brock scoffed, crossing his arms aggressively. Did you honestly think that I would not find out about you and Jordan? Barbara Jean looked genuinely bewildered. What? We were working out. It was perfectly innocent. Brock turned to Reba, pointing a dramatic finger. Reba, tell him what you saw. Reba put her hands up, stepping backward toward the kitchen. I do not want to get involved. She said you are having an affair, Brock blurted out. Any more than I already am, Reba muttered under her breath. Barbara Jean's mouth fell open in shock. She looked from Brock to Reba, her brow furrowing in deep confusion. Okay, Jordan and I are not having an affair. He is gay. The living room descended into absolute silence. A clock ticked softly on the wall. What? Brock whispered, leaning forward. Barbara Jean turned to Reba, placing her hands on her hips in righteous indignation. Reba, do you honestly think I would let a straight man grab my breasts? Brock choked on his own saliva. Excuse me, he grabbed your breasts. He is gay, Barbara Jean repeated slowly, as if speaking to small children. He was not touching them. He was arranging them. She waved her hands dismissively. Carry on with your lives. She turned to walk away, but stopped, spinning back around to face Reba. The cheerful, bouncy demeanor was entirely gone, replaced by a deep, genuine hurt. No, Reba, Barbara Jean said, her voice shaking slightly. Everything is not fine. I had no idea you were so threatened by the new me. Reba stiffened. The slim waist, the toned legs, the phallus. The phallus? Reba asked, raising an eyebrow. The girls, Barbara Jean clarified. Oh, the puppies. Reba scoffed, crossing her arms defensively. I am not threatened by you. Really? Barbara Jean challenged, taking a step closer. Yeah, then why did you go down to the gym? What were you spying on me? No, Reba lied quickly. Then, crumbling under Barbara Jean's steady gaze, she sighed. Okay. Yes, I went down to the gym because I thought there was something going on between you and Jordan. Why would you think that? Barbara Jean asked, her voice softening slightly. Reba looked away, her pride fighting a losing battle against her honesty. Because you have changed. I have not, Barbara Jean insisted, pressing a hand to her chest. Yes, you have, Reba fired back, the frustration boiling over. Ever since you lost all that weight, you are pushy and obnoxious, and you always want to be the center of attention. From the doorway of the kitchen, Brock leaned against the frame and mumbled, Hello? I have always been that way. Reba pointed at Brock. She kind of got a point there. Yeah, well, something has changed, Barbara Jean, Reba continued, dropping her hand. Yeah, Barbara Jean nodded, a sad smile touching her lips. The way you guys look at me, I am still the same Barbara Jean I always was. I am just less winded. Reba stared at the floor, the truth of Barbara Jean's words ringing in her ears. She looked up, her expression softening completely. I know she might be right. Could be us. Brock stepped forward, reaching out to touch Barbara Jean's arm. I am sorry, honey. Reba just got me all worked up. That is. Reba held up a hand to stop him. She needed to own this. Look, Barbara Jean. The truth is I think I went down to the gym almost hoping that I would find you doing something wrong. You know, anything. So I could feel superior to you and your skinny butt. So, I am sorry. Sorry, Barbara Jean repeated, the hurt instantly vanishing from her face, replaced by a radiant, almost terrifying joy. Yeah, Reba nodded slowly, unsure of why Barbara Jean looked so suddenly thrilled. This is great, Barbara Jean squealed, clapping her hands together. For the first time since we have known each other, you want to be me. Reba's eyes widened in horror. I do not want to be you. I know, Barbara Jean laughed, throwing her arms around Reba in a suffocating hug. It is even better. You want to look like me. Reba wriggled free from the embrace, taking a hurried step toward the kitchen. Hey, where are you going? Barbara Jean called out merrily. Just going to go grab something to eat, Reba called back over her shoulder. I will see you next year. Upstairs, in a much quieter corner of the house, Van and Cheyenne were sitting on their bed. The television was on, casting a soft blue glow across the room, but neither of them was paying attention to it. Hey, buddy, what are we watching? Van asked, trying to break the heavy silence that had settled between them since the kitchen incident. No, we are not, Cheyenne said flatly, staring at the wall. Want a rock, paper, scissor for it? Let us go. You are going to pick scissors, are not you? Van asked cautiously. Get out, Cheyenne yelled, pointing toward the door. Van did not move. He knew better. He waited patiently, letting the silence stretch until Cheyenne finally cracked. Hey, honey, Cheyenne said softly, her anger deflating. Hey, baby, Van replied gently. I need to talk to you. Oh, honey, I just got the television, Van joked mildly, hoping to make her smile. She did not smile. She reached under her pillow and pulled out a large, rustling plastic bag. Well, I started thinking that maybe you do not think of me as new pretty because I do not do enough to keep your interest. No, honey, you are way hot, Van insisted earnestly, leaning forward. Guilty. But anyway, Cheyenne continued, her voice trembling slightly, I thought that maybe I should, change my look every now and then just to keep things fresh. So, I bought a wig. She pulled a platinum blonde, aggressively styled wig out of the bag. It looked like something a pop star would wear to an award show. It was entirely ridiculous, and utterly heartbreaking to Van that she felt she needed it. He reached out, gently placing his hand over hers. Cheyenne, put that down. She looked at him, her eyes shining with unshed tears. Listen to me, Van said, his voice dropping to a serious, deeply sincere register that rarely made an appearance. I think it is a good thing that when I look at you, I do not see the beautiful girl with the killer bod. Cheyenne flinched slightly. I see my wife, Van continued softly, his thumb brushing across her knuckles. And I am attracted to her whether she is all dressed up, ready to go out, or just sitting on the couch wearing those washed-up flannel pajamas. Really? Yeah, Cheyenne whispered, a tear finally escaping and tracking down her cheek. You are beautiful to me because of who you are, Van smiled. Cheyenne let out a wet, shaky laugh, tossing the ridiculous blonde wig onto the floor. I feel kind of stupid. Van leaned in, kissing her softly on the forehead. That is also who you are, and I love it. He stood up, offering her his hand. Come on, you. Cheyenne took his hand, letting him pull her up. Jean may have a long list of faults, and I have that list if you need a copy. But she is nothing if not faithful. Yeah, right, Brock scoffed. Up until now. But now that she is thin and hot, she has all kinds of options. Reba walked around the counter, looking Brock squarely in the eyes. Look, Brock, if it is worrying you that much, be honest with her. Tell her how you feel. Tell her that you just need a hug every now and then. Brock threw his hands up in the air in sheer frustration. Oh, now there is a great idea. See? Why, since my competition is a macho, muscular dude, I should go the other way and appear all weak and whiny. Your solutions are ridiculous. Reba makes me to spy on those. Stupid. He grumbled to himself, unable to finish a coherent thought as he stormed out of the kitchen. Reba watched him go, picking up her green smoothie again. Hard to believe they are supposed to be good for you, she muttered, staring at the unpleasant liquid. The next morning, Van was sitting on the living room sofa, lacing up a pair of bright white sneakers. Reba walked past, dressed in her comfortable, everyday clothes. Hey, Mrs. H,